He must email ID.
Uncle Roger.
Something.
Uncle
Roger. Yeah, he is really good as well.
I fucking
Fucking
can't. I can't do that voice. I tried to do it and I just fell into a different.
I will send you to Jesus.
What's that?
Let's turn down the razor.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll stop that now. Yeah. Oh, we're live. Sweet.
Oh shit! If Uncle Roger is watching, we fucking love you.
Yes.
Please join us.
We like, I like his sense of humor, which is why I'm so good at doing it, apparently. Anyway. Welcome.
It is a very good vocal warm-up as well.
It is, actually.
Did you do that on a purpose?
Totally. I meant to do it as a vocal warm-up. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Don't worry about it, got you.
Whales dummy.
Alrighty. Welcome back
Dolphin.
to episode 6. Episode fucking 6, guys.
Yeah. It gives you an air of mysticism.
We can
Use it to
figure
your
it out
advantage.
a bit more.
Yes. We've had a little bit of a layout change. We've experimented with the lighting and some better sounds and things. So, yes, let us know how we sound. Feedback is always appreciated.
I now don't blind people. With the cameras.
A lot louder.
Awesome. That's good. I should be coming across nice and clear.
Well,
Crisp.
I don't know about sliders or anything. Okay. First time chatter. The eternal one, not the way I said it before when we had the follow.
No, feedback is bad when it comes to audio.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. No feedback. You
No
don't want the loop of the sound coming through.
Okay, no, okay, good.
Technical term for feedback.
That's what I mean. Like, maybe it's like getting feedback for our audio is bad. I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense. Hello there.
Thank you for the follow as well, the eternal one. Brune, thanks for coming back.
We now have...
I nicknamed him Brass.
Howdy.
We should have some cool sound effects
say
coming
brass.
through when you guys do that.
Yeah, I called him Brass.
Yeah,
Isn't there like a metal? That's fucking cool as shit. They're a good conductor.
No! I had things that I wanted to say off camera, but I forgot because we had a lot of shit going on.
Too late, 'cause we're on camera now.
No, I can do it on camera. It's
Can
fine.
you?
It's fine.
Will we get demonetized?
I'll do the recap if you want, Daryl.
Sure. Have at it, Dubby.
No things to say.
No
No
things to say.
announcements?
No, I don't think there's any announcements. Except that it's Flynn's birthday.
Hooray!
So wish Fire/Flynn happy birthday. If you're in the chat.
Hi, everybody.
Post a bonfire in the chat.
Oh yes. Before we hit the recap, the standard shout out to Sirenscape and Incarnate and all those ones we use regularly for the audio and the thing. Speaking of which, I need to bring that up because we got no sound.
Boneyard Studios.
And Boneyard Studios, we got brand new art. We're super excited. It looks fucking
They
great.
look fucking hard.
That was not the
biddy
That was not the biddy sound. I don't know what happened there.
Hey, pointlessly existing. How you doing?
Okay, I don't know that
my
there actually is a
God.
bonfire emote.
Hang on a second.
Oh, I think that's some sort of purple fire. Bam!
There's 3 of them. Goodbye.
Oh, you doing it at the same time?
I'm
trying, but the chat's not loading for me.
Welcome to the party. Goodbye.
I think I did the right ones.
There's one more.
You're missing one.
Is a Kikakon for also needs to go. There you go. Sweet.
Yep. That got him.
Hooray!
Cool. Back to our regular viewers.
What were they doing? They're not
Oh, let's sing. Thank you very much.
Basically.
I like
Okay, I'm going to minimize this because this is very distracting to
Yeah,
me,
I think,
and I really don't need to be
that's
distracted.
one of my buddies. Confirm with some cool emoji if I have that correct. Cool buddy of mine who is pointlessly existing.
Or just claim to be and just become a buddy.
Regular
We
viewers.
can be buddies. That's fine. Good one.
And new viewers. I know there's some new people in here,
I'm
so...
watching as well. So.
That's the best way to make friends, though. Just come in and act like you're already friends.
I mean, we're already doing it with Brass. Hey, Brass.
You're one of us.
One of us. One of us.
We all know it's Brune, so it's okay.
It's
Thanks.
Brass.
We mates.
Are we already having a domestic?
Me and Brune are
Yes,
mates.
it's Brass. Okay.
It's fine.
Guys, save it for in character.
Okay.
Can't escape us, our boon brass.
Okay. We have all true lines. We had
Brassy brew.
all the notifications, the alerts going, but that one didn't seem to work properly. Hey, send some more bits, see what happens.
I mean, we did them on the battle camera, and you said they should just copy over automatically. So...
I'm pretty sure they did. Okay. Nope.
Yeah, we're not professionals. Clearly, we've said this every episode at least once.
That one. Okay, so what happened last session? We defeated the Bone Naga, whatever it is called, who knows?
The Nagas.
And then in this
The Nagas
glowy,
and the Nagas.
The Bony Notebook.
bony note, the note ladder, sometimes called.
For the disc coming through.
And then we had a short rest in the glowy room across the other side of the river,
Which
Yeah.
I jumped and made it look effortless.
near the glowy rune door, but not too close to it. In that short rest, there was some conversations, some reconciliation, and Celine likes to talk, so she would have also mentioned a couple of things. Was that snake the voice, or is there more voice things related? Doesn't matter, moves on. Tells a story that you said, but because of my charisma, I say it a little bit better, and you might have to interject with some more details and stuff like that. But
One thing the rest of you all would have noticed is whenever Celine was corrected, you didn't hear Margaret say anything. Margaret just looked, and then Celine corrected, even with entirely different names.
no, it's just
Yeah,
over there.
What was that?
Whoa.
Apparently, that's a magic missile sound effect. Sorry, guys, we'll just make sure the sound's working.
Hello.
Audio test.
Okay.
Although Celine heard Margaret correct
Yes.
her.
Yeah. I understand that. What was the other thing?
Fire's Drake also then jumped
Jumped
into
in.
the
That was
river.
after the end of the short rest.
Yeah.
You finished your ritual.
Mm-hmm.
There was some drinking of the fluids.
Uh-huh.
There was some jumping of drakes into the fluids, and that's pretty much where we left off.
And then
Didn't-
Fire named her Drake.
Didn't Margaret jump in right at the end then?
No, he's going to be jumping in now.
That's where we left
Celine
it.
would have
Now,
said,
there was a recap. Did you say Fire named the Drake?
Yes, Fire named the Drake Nubbins. Because
Nubbins,
it
that's
had
right.
two little nubs for its wings.
Did you
That's
announce
right.
that to the party?
It was announced at the very end of last session.
In
So
character?
She will announce that in character this
Cool.
session.
Until you do that, he's still schnuggles.
That's fine.
Oh, we sorted some stuff out, Brune. We're still, whole-assing the best that we can do.
Yeah, laughing.
Whole
I mean, Margaret is about to.
We're not going to change to the battle map at the moment because there's also some other problems.
Technical difficulty.
Technical
So-
difficulties.
From
Yeah, we only get like one night a fortnight where everyone can get together. To
We should get Bones to do like a artwork for our technical difficulties, which is a confused-looking dwarf.
Yes.
Fire with the fucking
Cool.
mug.
So, yes, you had your rest. You had a bit of a discussion. Your,
Just about
Drake was named.
back.
I think you cast Identify
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the liquid.
Yes.
and you just told me it was basically
It was a
Ephraim,
blend
mix
of
all magics.
And
magics
Fire
and
had
things.
before that scooped up an entire water flask of it as well.
Yes, that's
was
correct.
announced.
Cool. So, what is everyone doing?
So, Schnuggles jumped in the lake and grew bigger.
You know, I think I'm gonna call them Nubbins.
Nubbins jumped in the river and got bigger.
Do you think that's why the snake was alive? Or the voice is trying to get out?
You think you could repair muscles?
Maybe. I thought, as soon as I saw it, I thought I could have a CD tip in there. It'd be fun.
I'm thinking the same, mostly because a wet
I'm gonna
dwarf
see
is
this
heavier than a
because
not
I can.
wet dwarf.
Whoa! A new player at the table.
Hello.
I just want to grab this camera.
This whole story is just taking
Sorry,
a plot twist.
continue.
So Margaret is gonna start limping over towards the edge.
Did you want me to push you in?
I can jump in myself. I'm gonna need someone to help me climb out, just in case it doesn't fix the leg.
How
Which is-
strong are you?
Which is also why I'm gonna be taking my clothes off, because wet clothes make you heavier.
No one is as strong as you are. Maybe a rope?
Maybe we could all
The
put
Drake
him up
might
with
be
a
able
rope.
to.
The drain.
Nubbins could do
Margrath is taking his clothes off now.
it. Okay, well,
We've all seen it anyway.
just,
The
yeah.
interesting bits anyway.
Fire just looks at you and he's just like, I don't really need to see it again, Will, to be fair. I don't need to be. Just
Look, I'm trying to fix it! And he's gesturing to the mangled leg. I'm trying to fix that now!
Yeah, no, that's okay. Get in the water. It's fine.
Yeah, he sees there's no graceful way, so he just kind of plonk.
How deep is this, Aaron?
How,
He's
how
about to
much
find
flow
out.
is there? Is it like a raging river? He
Can't
goes,
ask you
I need my notes for this.
I mean, the drink was fine. Margaret's making some substances.
The other bits.
Fuck's sake. What a fun image that was. Oh, well, he's gone.
He's just naked deep water. Just a fucking R2D2 fall over.
Brune, the notifications are there, Brune, but they're the wrong notifications. We put a lot of effort in, just for you. Just for you.
We did. I was painting minis, but they put a lot of work in.
I don't know. Makes them show up.
On your birthday, so.
No, I show up even when it's not my birthday.
It's your
But you could have been anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be with us.
I did, because it's fun being here.
I couldn't come because I had work, didn't I?
Last Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't because I was unwell. And then I stayed in bed.
Try it now.
all day.
Try another 100 bits.
or whatever.
Hang on, I got it.
See what it
2
does.
Just do something.
Oh god!
No,
They beat me to it.
No.
that's alright. We'll mess around with it on the break.
It shows it as being set up for the ones that we did, but
Will
Yeah.
think-
It might take a minute to come through, and it might need to be one like stop and start the stream or something for it to work. Alright, anyway.
So yes,
Sorry.
I have just R2D2 dived into this. Into this.
So you're just like,
Yeah!
okay,
69, nice.
I need my notes, and I might need a bit more light. Because I had to write this down. Because somebody mentioned they were going to do this, so I'm prepared.
That's right, I did.
Thank you. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. You turn it on, I was like, fuck, hell.
For creatures of darkness, please.
69 giggity.
Okay.
So many 69s, Jesus.
I like it.
You... Alright, you guys just see he just drops in and then just slowly, like, sinks from view. You feel
Wait,
yourself
so we actually-
floating in empty space. What first felt like flowing water now feels like nothing at all. You feel no resistance, no danger. Opening your eyes, you see an endless, swirling void of nebulae and stars. It moves slowly, terrifying in its vastness, but somehow welcoming, familiar. You smell a familiar comfort, something from your past. What kind of scent from your past would be comfortable to you?
My grandmother's banana muffins.
You blink and then find yourself in that familiar place.
That's the way.
In your grandmother's room, that smell of cooking fresh.
Am I
On the
still
air.
naked?
You look down, you can't see yourself. And looking around the room, it's fuzzy somehow, as though you can't quite remember all the details, and this place reflects that. You turn to inspect your surroundings, to take in the expected sights. But before long, you are floating again. In your heart, you feel a presence, not threatening, but inquisitive. And for a moment, you swear you can see a figure shaped out of the stars and nebula. A voice speaks up from behind you. Sia sas van caps untavem, aful unzis. It's a foreign language, yet somehow you seem to understand. She says that you should not be here. Not yet, anyway. You turn to see a figure in resplendent armour, a type of which you've never seen before. And a being... They stand there, their hands together, just watching you patiently. It's humanoid, but their face is hard to make out. There's a golden crown over there, behind their head. You go to speak, but there are only bubbles. And then you feel yourself being risen to the surface. You guys just For you, it feels like minutes pass.
Minutes.
For you
hours,
guys,
that sort of thing.
it's seconds.
I was like, please don't say hours.
No, like 10, 12 seconds maybe, and then all of a sudden he's coming up for air, splashing about.
Who's got that rope?
I
Was
send Nubbins
Drake
in
is gonna help.
again to like try and lift him.
Okay,
You were under there for a while. Do you feel better?
Remember, it was seconds for us.
10 seconds, at least. I thought you were gonna bob straight back up.
Usually we do. We're dwarves are dense. We're usually buoyant.
You feel Nubbins underneath trying to like help lift you out of the water.
Yeah, and Margaret is just like really confused right now.
I've got this feeling his leg's gone or something. I don't know.
Can you feel your toes?
How long was I under?
Wiggle them.
About
10 seconds. I said that.
You sure?
Yes. I was looking.
Not smart, but I can count.
I was standing on the edge, right here.
You don't have to laugh too hard. She's the ladies.
Okay, let's inspect the leg. And I get at it.
it's the same as when you went in.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You're probably not a growing drake.
Nubbin starts to like try and clean the sides of your face with the border. It's like a really weird scaly tongue. Yeah, doesn't feel right.
Does he look older?
Looks the same to you as when you went in.
You feel refreshed.
Won't you get on, please?
Get in a minute.
I was trying to be making modest for you. You said you didn't want to look at it.
It looks a bit
Flustered.
sorry.
I'm rolling inside. 14.
He looks, aside from just wet and out of it, he looks the same.
You look out of it.
Probably am.
That's good.
What's Malgrim doing this entire time, by the way? Is he still like scouting ahead and keeping an eye out, or?
It's in the same room, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was sitting kind of nearby.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was stairs up to another door.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was sitting. When we had the map up, the door was like in the middle and he was
Oh,
like
yeah.
off to the right.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, Nubbins, help me stand up. I need to put my kit on.
He kind of does that little like nudge thing.
Please
Ah,
and thank you.
You guys do hear the ominous sound of cracking ice. Starts off like... Then when you look down where that lake of water was, it's now frozen over.
Glad it was only 10 seconds.
That could have been serious.
Only 10 seconds.
At that comment, I'm gonna roll inside.
Fire is also gonna roll inside. That's
Everyone's just like glaring at the dwarf like, what's happening?
I don't
I'm not.
care. You
I'm investigating the door.
21.
Can I do that as well? I'm gonna go up there.
I also got 21.
Well, if you say so. I walk away and head to the door as well.
Margaret does not believe it was only 10 seconds. He believes you think it was only 10 seconds, but he does not believe it was only 10 seconds.
Regardless of whether he's naked or not, Fire's gonna like kneel down and look at him and like try and catch his eye and be like, how long do you think you're down there?
I'd say at least an hour.
That's a long time.
Malgrim will help you with your kit.
He gets dressed easily enough, like he does it normally.
But kind of like space cadet style, you're just like,
Trying to comprehend everything that happened to him.
Yeah, but you've got armor, and if Malgrim's helping you put it on, it
True.
comes the time.
So, meanwhile, at the door. You want to actually investigate?
Sure.
Yeah, roll for it.
Any markings or sigils or runes?
There are runic symbols on the door that just glow faintly.
Yep.
Doesn't look like a dialect or anything It's hard to tell if it's just a pattern, if it's just decorative, if it's functional. But yeah, roll your investigation. See what you get.
I'm looking at it.
You want to assist?
Assist, yeah.
Or do you want to roll with advantage, or do you want to both roll?
What's your investigation?
+1.
+3.
Then,
You roll with advantage.
You can roll separate, I guess.
Separate?
Yep.
That's a 19.
That's a number.
I don't know why I said it like that, but that's a 19.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You got 22?
22, yeah.
I got 21.
How many? Okay.
13.
We got a bunch of smarties at this table.
There's no visible mechanism to open the door. So kind of like the other one, the other gate.
Oh my god.
There doesn't seem to be like a door handle or anything sort of noticeable. When you go to put your hand to feel the symbol, you feel like you're meeting resistance before the door. So maybe like an inch away from the door, it feels solid, but you can see that you're not quite touching it.
As I'm investigating, I'm just going to tap my chest.
You're getting a faint hum, but there's been a lot of that down here because of all the lighting and everything,
Yeah.
so it's not too out of the ordinary. Otherwise, it's nothing different. You do spot, however, off to one side of the door, there is something scratched into the wall. Several lines and a couple of like dots.
Okay, does this sort of match up with some of the runes, or...?
No, this has been added afterwards. This has definitely
Okay.
been like hand carved after whatever made these runes.
I'll look closer into the scratches.
Let's see, how much would Celine know about that? It looks kind of like a musical stave, however you pronounce it. So it's a bunch of lines with a couple of dots in the place of where maybe music notes would be.
Who's got an ocarina?
Ocarina.
Perhaps someone with a
Guys,
musical
You
instrument.
literally are looking at the person who can help.
I don't know
I
if
try
you'd
and
be
sing
finished
first.
helping the dwarf by now.
Sing?
or not.
Before I think of that, because I have a fake
Okay.
voice.
You try to like
Not me.
do the thing.
Come on.
Roll a
Come on.
performance.
Performance.
Is this symbols of only in this room?
Natural 20.
Damn.
For a total of
23.
No, there don't appear to be any symbols
Hell yeah.
in this particular room yet.
Hot table.
You reckon you've got the pitch about right, and you're like this. It does sort of go together like a song, but it's incomplete.
Fuck.
It's like there's just not enough notes to make an actual song.
Okay. Do you notice me singing?
He would, yeah.
Yeah.
Come over here, see what you make of this.
And now I'm picturing the Will Smith, but at Margaret.
Helping.
Fire will look at you and just be like, I'll take care of you. Stubbins is right beside you, by the way, like pushing up against your leg to try and make sure that you're staying upright.
Being that you play an instrument regularly, you are a musician, you recognise it immediately as, music notes. And you'd come to the same conclusion, like you can see there is definitely a pattern, but it just doesn't seem complete.
Would it be insight to try and continue?
Just to try and figure it out. Sure. Roll an insight first. 18. You reckon you can get a rough idea how it might go? It's an old-fashioned, simple melody, maybe. And clearly whoever was scratching it in must have got interrupted and not finished it.
Any ideas he gets, he'll like continue on in some of the chalk that he has.
Yep, so you... Wow, that is crazy echoey.
I think that's all of them coming through at once.
Oh,
No, that's we have a new follow. Thank you
Oh,
very
sick.
much. It's Creme TV.
Thank
Very
you.
much for the follow.
Thank you for the small heart attack. Cherish that for forever.
Is that
It's their birthday
For the
present to you.
rest of your life.
Literally. I just made the quarter century milestone. I'm ending it there.
Is that like Dragon Age Crown?
Oh, like Cremisius? Oh, what a hunk. Anyway.
K-R-E-M.
Yeah. Crap.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Are you from Dragon Age?
But yeah, you could probably come up with a few different ways you might be able to finish a bit of a song.
Yeah, there is definitely. There
Yeah,
was
just
echo
a
with
random
that.
There you go, Mr. Dan. There's a question for you
Okay.
with the NPC name.
Hang on.
Ooh, that's a good
ooh.
one.
That is a good question. Normally, I will come up with an interesting idea and try to incorporate the name as an NPC or a creature or something to come across. If you want to put in a description, I can try and work it in, but less of a guarantee.
Wasn't Mr. Wigglesworth?
Jigglesworth.
No,
No, I come up with that one.
Wigglesworth the third.
The skull's name was an NPC.
Was Frederick, yes,
Yeah,
and I haven't
Frederick.
put the other one in yet. Hopefully, we get that
What?
far.
You haven't put
Lettuce hasn't appeared yet. No.
I mean, technically they have. They're just in a tiny box in Margaret's pocket.
Lol.
being eaten.
Wait. Yes. Anything else you want to try or do or?
Play us a ditty.
Yeah, he will go through and try out any of the combinations. He
Okay.
can think of that would-
So you're gonna bust out the lute and strum some chords and.
Cool.
All right. Roll me a performance.
Of course.
That's when you roll.
I rolled a 20, and then I rolled a 17, and I rolled a different dice, and now it's a 1.
Your strength.
Cool.
Twing.
That sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one of the strings breaks. Twing! And you guys hear it, and you just. I'm assuming you just swear.
In canon, and just headbutts the wall and just sits there.
Oh.
So is it can it scream, curse like a wolf or a bark or a growl?
It probably would just sound like growling. You guys like, whoa!
A husky throwing a tantrum.
Yes.
Start doing.
That's what I imagine it's like.
Let me sing you a song of my people.
Perfect. Thank you.
You poor fucker.
I'm not going to be using that dice.
No.
That is unfortunate timing.
That dice.
Who knows what it did?
With the water going through the thing, that freezing over, is the water in the vial frozen over too?
It has not. No.
It's not.
Great question.
That was a good question, actually. I didn't even think of that.
Wow, someone is using their brains today.
Not me.
Not me.
Flick a bit on the barrier or whatever
Yeah.
it is, see if that does anything.
The barrier, like, you actually see a shimmer where that bit of a distance from the door is. The thing shimmers for a moment.
Well then.
Would it be just a dexterity check, or would it be a sleight of hand roll to sit there and for him to repair? Put it in his...
You can literally do a take 10. It'll take you 10 minutes and you can redo it. I'm assuming you have spare strings.
Yes.
Good.
Does anybody have to spell?
No.
But I have
What's the spell?
I don't.
I don't have
I don't
dispel
have
or
dispel
that
either. Yeah.
And that
Same
spell?
brain. Shared brain cell.
Spell, that spell.
Is Margaret dressed yet?
Yes. You be dressed by now, yeah.
Can you identify a magical barrier?
I have detect magic also door.
That is a good question. What's the spell description?
What are you looking for?
Dispel.
No. Like identify. Can you
Identify, sorry.
a magical barrier?
That would be detect magic.
Yeah, I was going to say you have to detect if it is magic.
Oh, I
Or
have detect magic.
identify, I don't know if it works on
Oh, well,
magic
we know who
effects,
built
only
that
magic
magic
items.
Yeah.
I'll double check.
It was Aiden.
What was that?
Fireball or
Noodles.
like, is there a problem?
He'll always be noodles to
There's
me.
a
One of our friends
barrier of
just
sorts,
followed,
and
which
this
is
is
why we
all-
had all the death magic. Oh,
It's
Cremelian.
magical.
That's right. Yeah.
that'd be my best guess.
Just gonna like poke it. Does it feel? I'm assuming it would feel bouncy if she's poking it.
It's resistant. I know that much. Like it.
Boing. My There you go.
Could be that freaking force wall or whatever
Oh
the fucking
my
spell is.
Because I'm pretty sure detect magic just detects whether there is magic within something.
But
and
it
then-
also detects what skull and stuff is.
Does it? Oh,
Yeah.
it does too. Yeah.
Does anybody, do you
first
have
room-
identify?
I do have identify.
Okay, you would know that you can identify if there's a magic item or some other magic imbued object. You learn its properties and how to use them, etc., whether it works and whatnot. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. But it's hard to. You'd have to find the source of it, pretty much, and like identify where it comes from.
In that case, am I able, now that I'm here...
I mean, you could detect magic and go, look, it's coming from over there.
well, that too. Yeah, I'll cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
What? What's the cast for?
You're so good.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah, I'll
That was
cast Detect
canon.
Magic.
Okay.
And she'll just channel that energy to try and figure out if there is a magical source.
It's coming from the wall. It's hard to tell where there's an actual source from. It's just the whole. You can just see where the door is. Bit of effect beyond it through the wall as well.
Okay.
The magic type is what's defensive magic that usually creates walls and things.
I want to say abjuration.
Is it abjuration?
Well,
I don't fucking know.
abjuration's
You think I should
fireball.
remember all these?
No, that's conjuration.
You
Or
sure?
evocation. Evocation is fireball.
You sure?
Abjuration, I reckon, is defensive.
I don't know, to be honest. I can't tell you.
I'm gonna go.
I've got no idea.
Yes, it's defensive type magic.
Okay, and there's no definite source.
There's no
it's just
definite
all
source,
over.
no.
Because you object to the badness coming at you.
Is there...
That's so wrong, but okay.
If I can, I would like to take a closer look at the actual edges of the wall there as well.
Okay.
Just to see if there's any point where it's like chipped away and maybe we could like keep breaking away at it or something or anything like that. There's no like lever or loose stone or anything.
Nothing that you can sort of identify. No.
I'm from the old world. We use runes. Do these runes mean anything to me?
Roll history.
I have that. It's not great, but I have that.
I have one of those.
This place is like an internet black spot for me until it's taking me so long.
To look up abjuration.
Yeah, abjuration is the most defensive school of magic.
Yeah, there you go. So it's
I
abjuration.
told you.
What are you
I
gonna
know
say?
my shit.
So moving back the way we came.
Yep.
Across the
broken crevice, yeah.
Which way was that
Well,
flowing?
that's
To the left?
not
or to the right?
horrible.
To the looking back the direction, probably to the left.
So coming from the right?
Yes.
It's not, that was 14.
It's weird.
But
that
it was
did
only
freeze
12.
over.
But now it's 14.
I'm gonna try and walk on it.
Okay.
Total of 14.
14.
Ew, where's
It
the-
looks like a rune, but not one you, well, not in a style you recognize.
Can I combine the two ideas that these are runes, those are musical notes? Could these runes actually be musical notes if I can decipher them?
Did the water do anything to the wall, or did it just make it ripple?
What do you mean?
When they flicked the water, did it just ripple, or did it look like it had an
Just like
effect on it?
shimmered.
It just shimmered, yeah.
Is there any sort of magical presence coming from the river itself?
Yes.
Wonderful.
That's lit up like a Christmas tree.
Hold that thought real quick.
But yes, you can drop down, you can walk on it. It's slippery, it's ice, but you can walk on it.
But yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, cool. I'm just making sure I'm not interrupting people. Fire's gonna walk to that river, and
Yep.
I want to chip off a piece of the ice.
Okay, you can start using a knife or something, you can start
Yep.
chipping away
I
at it.
just
Yeah.
want to chip off a piece of it.
Yep.
Yep, like a sharp piece. And then I want to take it back to the barrier.
Yep.
And I want to prick it in. Does it do anything to the barrier?
The barrier like shimmers brightly and the piece just shatters.
Careful.
You're hoping to pop the bubble, weren't you?
I was using my big brain and it did nothing!
I love that idea, but sadly no.
That's a really good idea.
It was actually genius, yeah.
I'm going.
Go get me a larger piece, I can probably figure something out with it.
Oh, you think I can lift it?
But larger than the tiny piece you had. You're also faster than me. And take Nobbins with you. I'll be okay, little guy, and I give him a screech.
My brain's full extent for that. I used my brain cell for that.
Yes. Hawk, what are you doing?
I'm going to attempt to walk up the way the water was
Okay.
going. Through the hole in the wall and whatnot.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a crouch down to get to where it's come through the wall, and you do walk up a good 40, 50 feet, and then the wall and the water just sort of meet. Like it just kind of ends where the water is obviously coming through is deeper than... Yeah, right up to the end, yeah.
Well, that Elizabeth. All good.
I would like to, just for the sake of it, chip off another chunk of the river and
Yep.
then like put it in the pouch next to the water skin, just so I can have both versions of
Yep.
it.
Can I reach my mind past the wall?
What do you mean?
Like, can I feel...
You want to sense if there's anything beyond?
Yeah. Wall stops it.
You get the impression there's a big empty space there, but other than that, nothing.
While I'm watching just people run around and get ice, and I just kind of go like, lightning.
At the door, it is like pew, bounces off and just hits the roof
The
somewhere.
door where Margaret is just...
Margaret is still sitting where the musical notes are.
Yep.
Can Celine roll to hit just in case she rolls a 1?
Go on,
Because
go
both
on.
Margaret and Margaret Malcolm are there.
18 plus 5.
You beat my armor class.
Fire's halfway through chipping at the ice and she looks at you like,
Okay.
I thought I would try.
did you want to warn people before that?
I'm impulsive.
I can tell. That's why lightning is your magic, eh?
Even if I could take my time and use my sword to do it.
You can. Yep. You got to break the ligaments where it
She's got
connects
a
to the
massive
torso,
grin.
but you
Yeah,
just
okay.
She looks at the
And you can remove it.
So she's like, I made a cool joke.
How big is it, by the way, Dave?
like
About the size
the
of
scale
my
of the
torso?
mini. So it's probably about that big. It's pretty big.
The size of my torso, then.
Bigger. It's
Oh, because it's like a cobra, isn't it?
It's like a cobra type head, yeah, it's very flat, very wide. So yeah, that whole piece is like all connected bone. So it's pretty big.
Right.
You could probably wear it as a turtle shell on your back. Like it's huge.
Ah, the snake hermit.
Snake hermits?
That's a big word for you, right? Goddamn. I wrote the word discombobulated.
Discombobulated.
Nice.
Running out of ideas, I'm just going to knock on this door and in old world speak, we'd like to come in.
Speak for a minute.
Open sesame.
Nothing happens.
Well, I'm out of ideas. What are we doing?
I did my best. I shot at it.
Yeah, we noticed.
I'm still using this detect magic thing. Does the bone naga emit any source of magical thing?
It did have necromancy, like a faint glow that it had like necromantic magic about it, but it's dying out, it's fizzing out.
I thought maybe the bone would stab it. I'm just in a very stabby mood today.
I feel worried now.
You better watch
Has
out.
it been
You
10
better
minutes?
watch out. You
Yes.
better watch out. You better watch out.
You managed to restring your loot. Yes.
Yay!
Try again.
Oh, so good.
21. Pretty good. You reckon you figure out a couple of decent patterns of how it would work. Play a few through, but nothing seems to happen.
Damn. He tried.
So it's a case of like you reckon you've got a pretty good gist of it, but there's just not quite enough of it to figure out exactly how it would work. So, yeah.
I guess that's it.
Oh, a note! Wow!
Hidden notes. You can't just say it over the table.
Okay, I was like, I'm like, what? Yeah? Yeah.
I suggest taking the note rope head back to the mayor and giving him a report on what we've seen and done so far. Since we're at an impasse with the barrier.
I mean, I
Is
could
there
try...
still a voice?
No one has heard anything.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
So, you hear a husky voice in your head just like,
I can
release.
tell it's you. You were speaking to me before.
Margaret just looked and then there happened all this.
and stuff works, so she's just looking at you with a very blank face.
All you know is Margaret looked at Celine, and then Celine's acting like Margaret said something.
He didn't say anything.
Totally.
Are you really being sarcastic right now?
You can speak into your head.
What? You can do what? You can.
And then you hear in your head, when it stops being this fun, I'll let everybody else in.
Like, you can talk to people's heads.
I mean,
In
aye,
people's heads.
here's your head, I'm talking to it.
She's looking between
take-
you both and she's like, I'm too tired for
Taking
this.
the snake's head back is a good idea. You're going to have to the one carrying it because no one else is strong enough, I don't think.
Yeah, this party's a
How
disaster
strong are
in
you?
that regard.
I just look at the dwarf.
How strong are you?
Not that strong.
Give us a number. Out of character.
9.
How?
Between 1 and 20,
did
9.
this happen? 3 9s and an 8.
And a 10.
No,
Guess what?
10.
Everybody stop
Okay,
stat.
8, 9, 8, 9, 10.
Except for one of us,
Except for one.
who's
Hang
just
on,
kind
what's
of
the- I
flexing.
don't remember the drakes.
Hey, rogues don't need strength, okay?
They do not.
Everybody knows that by now.
I just remembered I can change my spells every fucking dawn.
Yeah.
Yes!
Every day.
Every day. I was going to say,
Till dawn.
Oh my god.
speaking of which,
Stuck with that one now.
what time did you guys come down? It was late, wasn't it? So yeah, it'd be dawn now.
Is it every dawn after every
It's basically a long rest every dawn, yeah.
After a
It's basically as a part of your morning ritual, it's your equivalent of preparing spells.
My drake has a 16 strike.
Well, there you go. The Drake
It's
will
a-
One
be
better
strong
than
enough.
mine. Which
That's
still
fine.
gives it one more bonus than mine.
Yeah.
Drake wins.
Would he like
Just.
to wear a shell?
Just strap a shell to its back.
I'm not sure that
It's
he'd be
basically
good
a
enough.
giant, like, draconic puppy. He would love that. As long as he's helping, he's good.
Now we have a copper turtle.
You do! Oh my god. Copper turtle, do do do. Won't you be my drake?
So I'm going to speak to the Drake's head because I'm pretty sure we share a language in common.
Yep.
And I am just going to say to it mentally that if it's too much for you, just shrug it off and I'll carry it.
Are you talking to the drake? Does the drake know common?
It knows Draconic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it knows any language you know.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it knows at least your basic language and one other, usually.
Well, what's fair bomb?
Well, to be fair,
So bold, yeah.
so the way it works is I can speak to somebody's head in whatever language I know, and if they know the language, they understand what I'm saying. If they don't know the language, then it's just yeah. So I can continue to fuck with Celine
Yeah.
in Undercommon.
I mean, it's up to you if it responds or if it even recognizes it or acknowledges it. It doesn't.
Why you gotta
It's
fuck
just wagging its tail and it's got a tongue hanging out and it's just happy to be there.
It looks the same as it always does.
It does not look upset at all.
And out loud, I'm like, "Your precious never change." And I give Nubbins a little scritch.
He's, you'll be careful. You do that, he wants to roll over and it might crush the shell.
Or he'll get stuck on his back. Ah! What have I done? Alright, yeah, you managed to. I'm assuming someone's got rope tied onto its back and you can carry it easy enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have the note rope.
You have
Roped.
the note rope.
No, roped.
Okay, what are you doing?
Anything strike of brilliance just coming out for this door? What can I roll? Because I personally cannot think.
Okay, roll and just an intelligence.
Would you like me to do it?
I will also do that thing, even though my intelligence is a solid 10. I roll a 1. I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
You're still stuck on that song.
7.
Damn.
I've got the intelligence of 14. I'll give it a go.
Also, he will scribble that
Can we
down
all
into
just roll
a
an
notebook.
intelligence roll?
Might as well
Cool.
at this point.
Cool.
I got a 6.
6.
I got 17.
17?
20.
20? You just don't have all the information.
That's fair.
He's not going to give it to us, guys.
I was going to say, like, you've tried everything you can think of to to get around it, but it's like you don't whatever's behind this door without the actual information on how to open it.
We're missing a component.
You don't know what else can sort of work.
Alright. That river freezing over is a fair bit of.
She just immediately just. I've got a piece of it.
That sharp and pointy, do not
Doesn't
point that
melt.
at people.
Doesn't seem to have melted since you've broken it.
It's a fair bit of magic.
Well,
you don't really want everyone to come down here.
The whole river was glowing. Like the entire
Magic.
thing, it was lit up bigger than like one of those Christmas tree things.
My guess is it's divine magic, and it shouldn't be a problem now. And I just start walking out.
Hawk, what did you see the water as when you identified it?
Pure magic, all magic.
She hands you the shard of frozen ice. Can you see if this is any different, please?
It's gonna take me an hour, but.
Can we do it later? On the rest
No,
of the-
I can do it now. Actually, I've got one spell slot to burn. I'll just do it. We'll use the spell slot.
Just identify.
Do you really want to do that?
It's very dulled sense of the same sort of magic. It's identical. Nothing else is different.
Thanks for doing that, Billy.
Why didn't we play YMCA for the doors? See if it'll open. Good, thank you, Brew.
We're all gonna do the Macarena.
Everyone gets their starts dancing.
Except the dwarf who's already left again.
Cool, I'm with it. I'm gonna
No purpose.
jump over. I can jump at least 9 feet, so I'm gonna like choose some of the bits in the middle that.
Jump across.
Yeah.
Fire ain't no bitch. She's just walking on it.
Well, there was a drop to it.
Yeah, it's still down, so you gotta climb
Maybe
across
we'll
or
do what
whatever.
he did before and go to that bit where it was closest.
And then,
together
yeah,
just
jump
walk
across.
over.
You can all get across pretty easy. Even if you don't want to jump, you can just step down, then climb back up the other side. It's much easier to cross.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to quickly check the passageway I ran to the left of the door, where we were heading before.
Oh, with the broken gate.
okay, so from the direction you're going, it is to the right, yes. There is a broken gate, beyond which is more... It's another short tunnel, so like the other side, it's another short tunnel. The gate is broken. And then there is another room beyond. This one has like bookshelves lining the walls. But they've all been knocked down, there's books all over the floor, and where the desk would have been at the other end, there is now a big gaping hole. And there's like a tunnel going off to the side there.
You said the smell was worse down this passage too, didn't you?
Yeah, it smells a bit deathy.
You might want to call for the dwarf.
Would there be any books bearing the same symbols as on the door?
Roll me an investigation.
You mean a bit deathy or light death? Because I would know.
It smells a bit deathy. It's not like death is down there, but yeah.
19.
19? You do. One of the books has been scattered to the floor and is over near the desk. What's left of the broken desk, anyway, has a similar rune drawn on the cover.
He is going to snag that book.
Yoink!
Snagglepuss.
He's probably also covering his face because this room is gross.
Yeah. Yeah, you would be able to tell more than anyone.
Is there like a bed or something in this room where there could be a body?
No.
The smell's coming from further in the tunnel, isn't it?
Hey?
The smell's coming from within the tunnel.
Yeah.
So, for it to be smelling this deathy in a tunnel like this, that might be where those other people that went missing are.
Maybe. I was going to say, do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah, so everyone catches that.
Except the dwarf.
Except the dwarf.
Out of character, they're having a party without us, and that's sad. That's all I had to say. So I said out of character, they're having a party without us, and that's just sad.
Oh, you mean the
Corpse
helicopter?
party.
See, that's where I was going the first time, and then I thought you meant the helicopter. So I stopped at the helicopter.
No, you had it right the first time.
You get to the end of the tunnel where it starts to go down. When you guys come up from the left, there is now, you can see there is actually a little bit of a hole to the right as well. So this has fallen in the middle of a tunnel, and now that you're coming from this angle, you can see you can get down to the other side.
Suddenly the note rope has given us a plot twist.
Is Celine within 60 feet of me?
Probably. If you're following down, even if you're where the other path of the other guys are, you'd be within 60 feet.
You hear me in your head. Hey, I found a hole.
Holy moly, come and check this out.
I'm gonna roll
How-
stealth.
I'm with you, aren't I?
I'm assuming you would have followed in that
That's
direction.
not where you are.
No.
So everyone apart from the dwarf has gone the way I went.
I don't know where the dwarf is, but they've found a hole.
I can send nubbins off to go find them.
Be my guest.
They know his smell pretty well.
So, Daryl,
Don't
Yeah.
go there.
Yes,
Leave it.
yes, Malgrim.
Just leave it alone.
in the meantime, Malgrim's gonna go off up that tunnel with a 23 for stealth.
The Deathy Tunnel.
Yes.
Okay. As soon as you go in, it sort of starts to narrow down a little bit and goes a bit further. Do you have dark vision? Yes. You see little bits of bone sticking out of the tunnel. No.
So the tunnel is the tunnel mushy?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Your best bet would be that these are bits of the Naga, or the giant thing that you guys fought. The nope rope.
Banaga in pajamas.
Does the smell get stronger as he goes further
A little bit, yeah.
in?
How far do you want to go?
Does it just keep going and going? Does it look like there's an
Well, as you sort of go down, you get about 30, 40 feet down. You can sort of see a bit further. It does end where the tunnel sort of collapsed, and you do see dead bodies there. And that's where the smell is coming from. Yes.
Bits of the bone over, so we got more bits.
Yay!
Thanks, bros.
Have any way of
Thank you, Bruce.
identifying who they were?
Vishnu,
You could go. Yeah, you can sort of go in and have a look. One of them is wearing. There's like 3 corpses. One of them is wearing what looks like bits of sort of leather armor and a cloak, and you see the symbol of the gravekeepers.
Oh, excuse me.
The Death Watch. Sorry.
Like his cloak pin?
Yeah. So the Death Watch, the local sort of militia. The others just look like they might have been caretakers or cleaners or something, and just ended up down here.
Yeah. So he'll grab the Death Watch pin.
Yep.
Do any of the others have like any?
Identifying marks.
Not anything you could just pick up as easy. No.
Cool, that's fine. I mean, he found the bodies, so that's fine. That's good enough.
Yep.
Did you send off
The Death Watch
crate?
pin should be enough proof.
Yes, they did.
Did I?
Yeah.
He-
So it goes up and around the corner and then stops because you're pretty much right there.
And it almost runs into you. It's like, and as soon as it sees you, it's like wagging its tail.
Oh my God,
Nobbins.
hang on.
And I-
Is its tail fully grown, or is it like just half
Oh.
of a thick tail?
It's a long tail. Yeah.
That's fair.
Probably smacking the walls at this point.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
I kneel down and give it scritches right under the chin.
Right where its jaw muscles would be.
Yeah.
It has bad.
I got a size reference for it.
It's stinky.
For-
Stinky Drake.
How big the drake would be.
Yeah.
Where's that freaking thing?
You hear me in your head again. It's like, is everybody
remember.
looking at you? Don't worry, you can't answer me. Just calm down the time.
We'll wait for the puppy to come back, and then we should go seek the dwarf.
I'm assuming it's probably at that point you probably come back out because it's not a very long tunnel.
I found a pin!
He would probably bring that smell with him because
Yeah.
that smell clings
It's
horribly.
it's pretty gross.
Gonna have to bathe, my
Can we
dude.
not talk about how clingy that smells?
For a
As
size.
he comes out of the tunnel,
A sweet baby! Oh, yeah, that's pretty accurate, except it has nubs and
is Hawk still nearby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he comes out of the tunnel, he'll say that he found the people that went missing.
Fire is not that big, but
That's another good thing to tell them, I guess.
He's not disturbing those bodies though. They can do that themselves.
But we should go see the dwarf. Urgently, apparently.
fire's gonna
So you said you found the bodies. Ah, good, less work for us then.
I was gonna say, yeah, if they find the bodies, that's good enough for fire. She wants to leave.
He's not sure that they could be moved in one piece if they smell like that already, so he's not touching them.
No.
Let us go with them.
Bloated corpse pop.
No, thank you.
So, does anybody get just fucking whammed with a drake tail the second they turn that corner.
You'd probably see it. Like,
Fire's
you're not that far around the corner, so yeah. You see the tail before you see the drake.
Right there, and you talk.
I think it'd be it. There you go. You were saving it for later.
I was saving it for right now.
There you
So, yeah, even now that you're all coming from this direction, you can see, just in the dim, whatever dim light there is from the little lantern things, where you guys climbed up the collapsed tunnel, there is another little opening to the right that if you just shove some stuff out of the way, you'd easily be able to go down the other side as well.
There's always a second hole.
Oh man.
Everyone had to hear that. We
Let's
apologise.
investigate. Oh, you want to investigate the second hole?
Margaret just
Later.
It's been your own inside.
Let's check the back door.
Margaret's like, well, keep exploring, and he heads down.
Jesus.
Okay.
You need to stop walking off from
You
it.
shove a couple of the stones out of the way, and there's enough of a gap that you guys can climb down there. Easy enough. And now you're back in the older, unlit part of the underground.
Hey, it's dark!
I can see.
Hey, you're observant.
Is it warm? Is it moist?
Is it moist?
So, can you stop asking these questions and just...
It's important for, environment
We
building.
do not need to know if the
Every
secondary
time I
tunnel is
see-
warm or moist.
Oh yeah.
I could tell you, but I'm not gonna.
In game now.
I mean, there was water leaking into the other.
Jesus! Thank you, the Eternal One.
Groovy.
Oh, the subscription.
Thank you
Woo!
very much.
Appreciate you.
Was that?
I see why
Evil
you put
Dead
two
really
together.
was.
It was.
The Eternal
Okay.
One.
Tunnel continues on.
The Eternal One. Sorry.
So, Daryl,
Sorry.
I'm going to assume this tunnel is somewhat
Is there
moist, but
a
only
bit
because there
more
was water leaking into the other
Maybe?
tunnels.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, you are correct.
How long it is?
The tunnel goes up a ways
Amount donated for the thing to play.
and disappears around another corner to the left.
He is going to be using his
Freaking pizza pop.
Margaret's just gone.
jerseys, but no, he's not.
Pizza pop.
He's doing his limp forward.
I got
Sounds
an
like my back in
8
the
for
morning.
perception.
Hey,
I got an 8 for perception. It was either going to be a 7 or an 8, but because he's rolling with advantage with his
Yep.
it's an 8.
You hear the dwarf.
does anyone have a lantern or light? So you've lit up
I'm the
one
only
of your
one
things.
I can't see, so
Yes,
Yeah.
so the only one
Okay.
that has the
I've got
lantern.
the belt lantern.
You come around the corner, and as soon as the light sort of comes around the corner, you hear a voice. It's like, "Hey, hello! There's somebody there!" And you hear like voices, like,
Jesus, that's-
"Guys, we're over here."
Do they. I'm going to roll an insight. Do they sound like they've actually been trapped down here, or.
I'm gonna say.
Roll an inside, but
Stay where you are for now. I'm just gonna
16.
spark some electricity.
They're like- 15?
Fire.
16. Yeah, that sounds like they've been there for a while. And it's like, we're not going anywhere.
Hey, can you light the lights with your...
Should I
I don't think
are
I
they visible?
should I send my drink down there first?
No!
There aren't actually lights on the walls down here like there is the other areas.
Are they in a spot where we can see, or are they.
I know what you like.
As you go around, there is another door off to the side, and then the tunnel continues on.
I'm a good...
I
Did
can't
it sound like they were
unplugged
coming
lantern,
from the
I've got
door?
road flares.
Yes.
Is the door locked?
Yeah, do
I've got
that.
torches and stuff.
Not for long.
It's like, sorry, it's not like a solid door, it's just like a doorway, sorry, a
How
doorway
many of
opening.
those electric torches did we get?
Like 10. Everyone got 2.
You just start to light one up, and I'm like, that one's defective. You just tell. Chuck it away. Chuck another one.
Actually, I've already used my 2, so.
Yeah.
That's how he knows they're defective.
But as you enter the door, you see a small room beyond, and directly opposite you is a bunch of bars. It's a small prison.
Oh, the bars are talking.
Okay.
Okay.
There are people on the other side of the bars. Obviously.
I'm sorry!
You're lucky it's your birthday.
Margaret's gonna have a little bit of
Lucky he was
spicy
lucky in
memory.
general.
Congratulations, Daryl. You found another one of us.
Sorry.
How'd you do it?
Great.
I worked with them over Christmas. That's how.
You do see, standing up at the bars, looking through, a Minotaur. Tall guy wearing the same sort of cleaning robes that you would have seen.
Janitors.
there is a lizard folk sitting in the back wall, just sort of staring wide-eyed and watching everybody, and a heron. And like the two are at the bars, like, "Hey guys, finally! We thought no one was coming."
Can you please give the Harangon the Kiwi voice?
The Kiwi voice.
Yeah.
Dirty 20 for sleight of hand to open the doors.
Okay, you go.
I blocked the doorway before anyone else can get through.
Yeah.
How'd you get there? Good question.
We were brought here by that thing.
What thing?
And the heron was like, we had the snake thing. The big
Does
snake
it
thing
check
with the
out?
things.
Yes, their voices sound genuine.
Alright, you can let him out.
He does that thing where he talks to you and then you wake up somewhere else.
Thank you, Malcolm.
It was a terrible accent, but you're welcome.
Something that's not racist. It was a joke. Calm down.
Yep, so you unlock the door.
I was just thinking something.
Yeah, no.
Fire's gonna look at the lizard folk specifically and just like talk to them in lizard folk.
Okay.
So she's gonna do her fucking awesome lizard folk sounding talk and basically just ask them if they're okay and how long they've been here for.
It's just like, well, I've been here for would be at least days. There's no light. Can't really tell.
She like looks at them again and is like, "Have you eaten?"
No.
Okay. She pulls out the rest of her rations and gives one of each of them like a ration
Yeah.
of it as well.
The lizard folk just takes it and just starts to
You
hurt.
know we
The
still
heron
have
gone is
some
immediately just like.
and some nuggets.
And the Minotaurs just chews on it. Because, look, my name is
Which one?
Golden.
The lizard folk?
The Minotaur. He's like, my name is Golden, these are my apprentices. This is Freck, he points to the lizard, and we just call this one Lettuce. And the heron goes like,
What's the species? What's the heron gun?
rabbit fuck.
Ah,
They're
okay.
fucking adorable.
Called lettuce.
I get it now.
Racist.
The Harangon
Shit,
the
so
Harangon
well
was
with me
the lizard folk
though.
was what, sorry?
Hey,
The lizard folk was called what, sorry?
Freck.
Frick. And what was the Minotaur again?
Gone.
Golden. G-O-L-N. Golden.
So Golden, Frick, and Lettuce.
Yep.
Or Lettuce, if you're being obtuse.
The Choose.
You know what? It is pronounced the toos.
It's like,
So,
look, we're just caretakers, we were cleaning, we got, even though we'd been told not to go into the sewers, we thought we'd do our job. And then when we started hearing the voices, next thing we knew, we were climbing through tunnels, and here we are.
were there others with you?
Yeah.
He looks over at the other two and he's like, aye. There were.
How does a snake work iron bars and locks?
Magic, probably.
You get someone else to do it for them.
Okay.
Well, we don't know exactly, because we were not in our right mind. We're being controlled.
Ah, command. That shit.
Well, and I pull out the Naga thing. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
I mean, the drag's got the
Good.
head on its back.
Yeah.
Also.
Good.
That would be so funny. You shouldn't have cut the head off. Just had the whole body.
Drag
You just see it go like
Oh, that would be the way it would like. As it like runs around.
Can we retcon that? It's fucking awesome.
It's too late now. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Because
Yeah, no, that's fine.
we would appreciate yes, help getting out of here. It's been a long
They're heading out.
days,
That's
I
what
guess.
the good boy's for, and I point to Malgrim.
You know the way out, don't you?
Malgrim also holds out, well, he shows them the pin from the Death Watch. And he says, "We found your friends, but I dared not move them because I didn't think I could do so without losing pieces."
What a way to say it.
That is
Decay has that
Unfortunate.
effect on things.
No, it makes them all goofy and weird.
Would they also notice how bad he smells?
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. Got my nose.
Yes. Thank you. From what I understand, there is another way out
So,
further down.
Right, let's take that tunnel then. You guys get released, you release them, I'm gonna start
The
scouting
door's
forward.
already open.
Good work. You're way ahead of me.
You're like, release them, and you just turn around and Markram's already holding the door. Like, what?
Yeah, and you're like standing in the door, and you're like, oh yeah.
Right, and I take a step back, turn, and go down the tunnel.
The Golan makes sure the other two can get to their feet, and they're moving before he sort of follows.
But this specifically helped them as a folk because that's
Yeah.
one of the languages you know, so to speak.
Yeah, you head down the tunnel. As it heads down, there is another open doorway to the side, and then it continues up and around a bit.
Anything in that doorway?
Leaning your head in with a bit of light, you can see there's a staircase.
Does it go up or down?
It goes up.
Was it the same
Up is
staircase we came in from?
No.
No, this is a different one.
Well, there's a staircase here, and then I walk a little bit further to look around the corner.
It's a dead end.
And the staircase is where we go, unless there's some sort of
There-
secret door over here.
Is an odd contraption at the end of that dead end. But it's a bit hard to see without proper light.
Did. Oh yeah, and I pull out one of the flares I was given.
Yeah.
I just snap the neck of this one, yeah? And twist the bottom of
Don't forget you're making a map on the way out.
Yes, that's a good point.
You would have started.
Fire was map
It's-
making.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Could you have written down
So
the
checking
words
your
as well?
map, looking at where this goes. So where the main crypts were, you've actually gone around and are now basically coming back full circle.
Okay, so we've done a nice little loop-de-loop.
Yeah.
She will pull that out and show you if you mention that hawk.
So,
No, I was
so-
just reminding.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You see some mechanisms and a sandbag and the usual things of just the hidden door that is only
except we're on the other side of
you're
it.
on the other side of the secret door. Yeah, so you can see the
So
mechanism.
you take the long way in with a quick way out.
So kind of like when you go through in
Digestion.
Elder Scrolls games,
Yeah.
and there's always that one door you can't open,
Or like,
and
Until
you
you
come through
complete
the
the
other way,
dungeon.
and then you get straight
or
out.
like Assassin's Creed,
Probably,
so
yeah.
you're doing the Assassin's tombs and you take all those long puzzle ways in and it's like, oh, here's a door to just leave, and it's like, oh, neat.
Neat.
Oh, neat.
Neato.
Well, oh yeah, just couldn't use this door to get in.
I know! Just to get out of the treasure room, easy peasy.
So yeah, I'm assuming they catch up to you and be like, this will lead back to where the actual crypts were.
Nice. Do we want to take the secret door or the actual stairs? Do you know those stairs?
Golan sort of... He's leaning on the wall at this point. He looks pretty wrecked. It's like, the member of the Death Watch mentioned that it might lead to a secret passage.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Probably under the mausoleum.
And I head that way.
I was gonna say, we might want to get out so these guys can rest and recoup.
Oh, you get and take them. Margaret's heading up the secret stairs.
So are we able
much
to?
about the team playing thing, does he?
Are we able to manipulate the mechanism to open the hidden door from this side?
You can, yeah.
Cool.
You hear in your head, I'd be more of a team player if you guys knew how to work in formation.
I can't say anything
It's
back.
almost like this isn't an army. Wow.
Have you seen Fire?
Yes.
She
Do I
would
need to
not
roll anything
survive
to
in an
manipulate the mechanism?
Cool. Yeah, it opens up, and then beyond is one of the rooms with the
Please
more
do.
decorative crypts,
Question.
more decorative tombs.
If Fire is drawing a map, I won't be able to physically draw one now.
Yeah.
But can I just write down that Fire did draw
Yep.
a map and then just refer to that later on?
Yes, yes, that's fine.
Secret staircase.
So yeah, it leads to a landing, and beyond is a barred door. It's flush with the wall, and there is a lock attached to it.
Is it locked?
It is locked.
I'm gonna yell back down the stairs. Hey Hawk! You still got that key!
I'm not going to yell back, but I'll take my time and work my way up the stairs.
Walk up the stairs, yeah.
Walk up towards the door, swinging the key in my finger.
Don't die.
And die in the process.
Don't die.
We just said that!
quietly, at least.
No, make it dramatic.
You're going to try the key on the lock?
Sure, I'm not expecting it to
It does not fit.
How sturdy do you think that lock is? And
Pretty knock on the door.
handling.
Bash on the door.
It's almost like you should call for the one with the lockpicks.
So it's like a padlock on the door?
Too smart.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You give it a second, then you knock again, and then you hear a voice like, hello?
Is that the butler? Do I recognize the voice?
Roll an insight. Hello? Where's that coming from?
Oh my gosh.
Who's there?
So confusing this horse.
15.
15? Sounds like him. It's the butler.
Well, it's coming from beyond where you can see. What does he do? He but.
What does that mean?
It's Sister Hawk and her merry men.
I love that name!
Okay, but where are you? I can't see you.
We're inside the walls, probably.
Inside the walls, you start hearing like further along.
Out of curiosity,
Colder,
if he hasn't
colder.
gone further down the tunnel, would Malgrim hear that from where he is?
You probably start hearing shouting. Yeah.
He will make his way up towards the door, presumably with the rest of the people.
I was gonna say everyone's sort of following at this point. Well, the others are following anyway.
Yeah.
And then he gets to it and he's like, "I think you're here."
Yeah, it sounds about right.
He's like, "I don't see a door though. It's this wall."
Right, let me give it a try. And you said it was a padlock? It's about to meet Warhammer.
Okay.
I stand back.
Make it.
Fire it at the-
Make an attack.
No, we're level 4, so I do not get that. But I still got
Oh,
that.
right. I knew I was forgetting something.
So, ooh. 21.
21. You hit it. Roll your damage.
Apparently we do have an announcement. That we forgot. That we just remembered.
Every time I try.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna wait until we took an actual long rest
Yeah, no.
and remind everybody if they haven't done it already.
Well, technically,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying it's like
Oh, no.
happened
No.
because it has to be a long rest before it takes off.
Psychically infusing my hammer, I do a total of 12 damage.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh my god.
So it just goes, chunk, and it just snaps open, and then you can sort of slide the bar across, and then the door opens.
Right, we're gonna try and come to you!
You just opened the door.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but isn't there a wall in the way?
No, like when you push the door, it just opens. The guy's there standing here like, it's like, how'd you do that?
magic.
By the way, you might want to see a locksmith
He's like-
at this, and I throw the padlock at him.
Catches it. It's like, oh, okay. It's like there was flush. There was like nothing happening. I don't know how you open that. I
Butler's name again.
don't remember. I don't think he gave
I
one.
don't think you do, because the only butler I've got down is Akram, which was the one that was.
Is yeah.
Butler? Irrelevant.
What's your name, boy?
Butler's
Oh,
name.
damn it.
The butler's name is irrelevant.
Butler's name.
His name is now relevant.
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 I love that.
You.
Really?
It
Like,
almost
really?
sounds like he should be a tiefling.
You might also want to put a handle on this side.
Okay.
This poor bitch.
And that's when CD Hill comes around the corner and says, "What's all the noise? How? Where did you all come from?"
Hello again. The hole in the wall.
Magic.
Also, hi, I'm Margaret.
Hello. I'm assuming you're with the others that were here.
You mean like this one?
This is the pretty femme lady, right? Oh, cool.
tall
Except
for
you
that
guys
lady?
are further downstairs.
She's just coming up the stairs.
It's like-
Hello.
Hello.
Apologies.
At least
What
Malgrim is helping.
Is
people
that
up the stairs.
smell?
Oh, the crypts and the sewers.
Oh, that's
What does that smell?
fantastic.
Don't want to know.
Come to
Do you
the
got a bath?
yes. Come to the guest chambers. And
Excellent.
she
I'm
starts leading the
about
way.
to create some very dirty water for you.
And then that's when Golan and that sort of come up, looking a bit weary, and then she stops and it's like, "Oh, relevant. Go, please help them. Go get some help for them. Relevant. Relevant.
French.
The fuck is a French?
So yes, immediately he runs and goes to get some more help. And then before long, a couple of other help around the guards come up and they help them out, and so go get them fed and make sure they're checked. Go get one of the medicaries to check them out. She says, "The rest of you this way and tell me what you found, what happened."
It was Nubbins come up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nubbins is helping nudge them from behind the weary ones. They follow afterwards and keeping them.
Well, we killed that thing.
He's like, "Oh my."
Nubbins is just like plug.
Not the Drake,
Oh, my.
obviously. We like the Drake.
RALLEV
AHNT.
AHNT. Yeah, there you go.
I have
Relevant.
to rewrite this now.
Yes.
RALL?
Yep. I should probably write this down too.
Gotcha for now.
So apparently, that thing, not the Drake, the thing attached to the Drake, it used to be bigger. We sorted that. But apparently it was using its mind powers to coerce people into...
And this was below the city. It was in the sewers?
In the crypts attached to the sewers.
Oh. I was not aware. I mean, I knew there were some burial sites, but not crypts with something.
Also, there's a rather lovely slime down there. His name is... And I look at Bio and I'm like, Professor Wigglesworth, was it?
Professor Jigglesworth the Third.
Professor Jigglesworth the
Look,
Third.
I drew a really cute picture, and she just hurriedly goes to 10 minutes, and then just does this and goes, "See,
It's just a drawing of a cube.
smelling it."
He's really friendly. He will pass you a skull. Just throw it for him, and he'll chase after it.
He's so lovely.
Just don't touch it.
Fire shows you the burnt pair of pants that she's got. She's like, "Yeah, it leaves a giant bone mark."
All right.
I may be wearing my pants backwards right now because
It's like, this way, and she sort of ducks down one of the sideways, goes to a whole separate wing of the mansion, opens it up, and there's a guest room, fully decorated tables and chairs and things, everything. Beyond guest quarters, some bedrooms, and there is a bathroom at the back corner, so you can clean up.
So we take it in shifts or all bathe them together? Because I'm fine with it, and I just drop the coat. I'm fine with either.
Perhaps I should give you all a bit of time to recover, and I'll come back and get the full story. I should see to the others.
Before you disappear, madam, he holds out his hand and offers her the pin.
Oh, that is unfortunate. That one will be missed.
Wait.
Big one.
A big one!
There were 3 bodies there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yes.
He will explain
Yes.
that there was 3 there, but he didn't want
Well,
to...
that seems to be everyone accounted for, at least those we knew that were missing. Thank you for your work. Please, relax, refresh.
Walking towards the bar.
I will come get this full story when you're ready. And then she just, closes the door and leaves you guys to this whole wing of the house.
It's a big bath!
You can still use it by yourself.
You know, I'm calling crippled privileges. I need some help. It's actually a little bit high off the ground.
Dibs on it.
Just send the dog!
My Drake is not going to help you bathe. It cannot even bathe
He's already
itself.
going!
He's already going. You're
Oh,
like,
hey, good boy!
This is cool. This can sit well.
I imagine he would probably want to hurriedly get cleaned up anyway, because he probably smells the worst.
Yeah.
Look, you scrub my back, I'll scrub yours. We'll be clean in no time.
He has
I
a
hear
lot
that.
more
I
to
hear
scrub
that from
than
the
you.
thing. You can have better than like that as well.
No, thank you. Bath time is private time.
Fair enough.
If there is soap, he is absolutely lathering the shit out of it.
You're gonna hear in your head.
All for
you're going to hear in your head, the pup has a lot of fur. Would you mind coming in and helping?
I'll pass.
I'll pass!
It'll just be, I'll pass under your breath, just realise I cannot hear that.
Yeah, I did.
And then yell, I'll pass! And everybody else is kind of like, what?
The unspoken question,
I lean into Celine and whisper to you. Are you able to do that thing where you go invisible?
I can.
Do you mind following the mayor for a little bit? Not sure I trust her exactly.
I quietly move to the side of the room and turn invisible.
Celine's going to hear one more thing in their head and just go, coins.
Yes, he has a lot of those, and yes, he can deliver.
So,
In that way, though.
I'm going to help scrub down the husky. The husky's going to help scrub me down. Scrub here,
Can I
scrub
get
there.
a stealth check at advantage, please?
I think I would be one of the least sticky. I'd be more to water.
Out of the immediate group? Yeah,
And
probably.
took no damage.
Ah.
And you were carried at one point. Actually, do I smell as bad as the others, having dipped in the magic water?
You probably smell the worst.
You just smell a bit.
I was supposed to click the spell that I was doing. Invisibility. What was that stealth?
Mhm.
It's only a 14.
Oh yeah, sorry, snacks are now relevant here.
Haha.
What'd you get?
14.
14? Okay. You sneak out and close the door behind you quietly. Go the direction you assume she went. It takes you a few minutes to sort of find where people are because I'm familiar with the place. But you do find them. She's actually in the room with a healer, actual Medicare, wearing proper robes. And their Medicare is checking over the 3 that you rescued.
Yeah.
And she's basically just chatting with them, asking about what happened to them, checking with the Medicare, just generally just helping and just wanting to be there while they sort of get help.
I will stay for 15 minutes following her, I guess.
Mhm.
You get a good scrub in.
Before long, after about 5 minutes or so, the Medicare is like,
Take half an hour.
Miss Cedia, I've got this. Go, leave this to me. They'll be fine. I'll just finish checking them over. Having you hover around me is not helping. And she's like, of course, my apologies. And then she just have, see you all soon, and leaves. You follow? She goes around, she goes upstairs, goes into like a study, just sort of sits at the desk, just sort of stares into space for a bit, and then starts like rifling through drawers, pulls out a little lockbox, pulls out a notebook and starts writing a few things. Then opens up the lockbox and you can see coins and stuff on the inside. Counts up a bit, puts a few aside, closes it, writes a few more things down, and then just sort of spends 20 minutes just taking notes and things. So how long are you going to stick around?
Like office of state sort of stuff. I don't even know. So
Probably like, dear such and such, it is my regret to inform you that Johnny...
Are you going to try and figure out what you're writing?
I'm going to try and stealth out. I'll stealth again. If it gets worse, I get worse.
How'd that go?
8.
Oh no!
So you stub your
That's
toe.
I was gonna say-
mate.
It's at that point she like stops writing it, and that's when you're like sneaking away without looking, and you go, into the door a bit, and they're like, and then walk out. And you just sort of hear a hello.
I'm gonna duck around the thing,
Yep.
drop invisibility, and sort of knock again on the door.
Yes, come in.
Good save.
Celine's like, fucking heart raising.
Like her hackles are up and everything. Hi.
Yes, sorry. Just wanted to come and make sure that the people that we brought back up were getting looked after. I didn't know where you were, so I came and found your office. The butler told me where you were.
Yes. Well, the Medicare assures me they'll be fine. Little malnourished, but not always for wear.
I got out of the ordeal better than a lot of the others, so maybe a little bit too poggy, but I'll wait my turn for the
Yes.
baths.
Doesn't point it out, but yeah.
Has half an hour passed yet?
I don't. How long does your invisibility last?
Alright, it lasted an hour, but I
Yeah, so probably
put
not
down
quite
after
yet.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because
So
I
probably not.
suspect we're probably half an hour before we're done scrubbing.
Yeah. Well, yes. Again, thank you for, finding out what happened and for dealing with the creature.
The voice hopefully should not affect anyone anymore. Hopefully. That's the way it...
Yes. Is there anything I can do to help your group? Perhaps I can owe you a favor or something for helping the city so much.
I can't talk for the whole group, but that, of course, would help us along. We will probably come and talk to you as a whole at some other point. Not that I'm not able to make decisions at all, which be aware.
Wouldn't want you proud of the ladder.
Yes, that's it. That's all I had. Thank you very much.
Yes, of course. I
And
will.
I will hightail. God, I was searching for another thing,
That was a good save.
but I was like, nah, I didn't have anything. So,
Yep.
Outie.
By the time you get back to the group, and you guys are probably finished cleaning up.
You will then hear in your head, do you want us to drain the water, or you know what? I'll figure it out.
You definitely will have a film in there. Please drain it.
And a little bit later, I'm assuming there's fresh towels. Margaret comes out in 3. 1 in the hair, 1 in the beard, and 1 covering the lower part.
Like, fuck, I was like, please.
No, he's got it just up here, just so it...
Straight up Donald Duck.
No, he's got it covering the lower area.
These towels would be bigger on you than they would be on us anyway.
Yeah.
I am wider, though.
Yeah.
The sun's up, yeah?
It's early, very early morning, but yes.
Malcolm's gonna put his clothes and shit in the sun.
So,
Out on like a balcony. Yeah.
Margaret did actually change the water, but Ollie's going to say, have fun with that.
I think you're next.
Please, ladies first.
You're both ladies.
You see Fire just kind of be like, right.
Look, do I have to force you in like children?
I start walking into the bath.
Yeah. No, she can go first.
Do you need help scrubbing?
No.
Hawk is like, what have I signed on with?
The Eternal One, you don't want to know what part of him is wider, and if you do, well...
The characters have all seen it.
How much girth?
Oh my
You're short but stout.
fucking damn it.
I don't take very long to shower.
No.
Or by a lot of licking involved.
Don't laugh like that afterwards.
That would be painfully nice.
You said we've leveled up, but we're not leveled up yet.
Yes. Essentially, at the end of the last session, everyone has gone to level 4. We're just in character, haven't had that moment yet.
Sorry, character building.
I'm using one. I don't care.
Okay.
My new cantrip.
Okay, do it.
Is it?
Prestidigitation of my
Oh my
clothes.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
I love being clean.
Fucking so good. My
But I do
brows.
look like I've had a bath, and I come out fresh as a daisy. Only
Yep.
about 5-10 minutes after going in there.
Hawk, did you want next one? It's going to take me a while with Nubbins here.
By all means, I guess I'm going to return to the church and use their services there.
Oh, right. And then Fire will walk in with Nubbins and get them all scrubbed up, get herself scrubbed up.
Scrub-a-dub-dub.
Cool. You'll get scrubbed up and stuff. There is, like, maybe an hour later, a different caretaker, so not the butler, but a different caretaker comes in. He drops in just like a plate of just like finger foods and picket stuff.
I'm
And
going to
just,
message you really quickly while Fire's in the bathtub.
Okay.
I have a question.
and just drops like a jug of water and everything, so you've got food and water and everything, and then leaves you to it.
Yes, available.
You just walk out. Yeah, no one stops you.
First of all, I'll respond to the rest of that in our chat later on because I really
Okay.
want to deep dive. I'm sorry.
Yes, you head to the church.
Yep.
Father Uruk
You have left us
greets you there.
to go there by yourself.
Yeah.
Is that what you've done?
Yeah, I
Grants we were left
said to
unsupervised.
Fire that I was going to go to the church and use the services there, and I would have walked out.
But yeah, Father Uruk greets you as usual, and like, oh, what brings you in, sister?
I require the
The amenity. I was going to say the amenities from the smell of it.
and would you happen to have messaging services?
That could be arranged. Do you need it immediately, or do you need a carrier sent?
Immediately, preferably.
Pretty well. Give me some time to get the ritual sorted, and I can send a message.
Thank you. And with that, I'll go and use the facilities.
Give Gold I send message.
Give gold. I send message. I send myself.
The one by the bird, I don't care. That can take it a couple of days.
So as I'm eating,
That was the other one you. The other bit of paper you gave me.
As
Wasn't
I'm
it? I
eating
can't
the
remember
finger
what
food,
that
I'm
was.
going to turn to you two and just be like, so I was proud of you two today. You did me proud. I know you don't need my approval, but you did well down there.
Thank you.
You held your own, and you surprised me in a good way, and you have a lot of courage, I'll give you that.
I think we did well together. Except every time you walked off.
Yep, exactly the same reaction from Malcolm.
Yeah, that's the chip. Just go out there, my man.
You know what? Fair call, fair call.
But
They get
it worked
impatient
out
sometimes.
well in the end.
We did good. We did a good thing today. 3 people are alive now because of us.
The mayor did also mention something about a favour or something. A little bit of me hopes that might be monetary in some way. Just keep that between you and me. I said before about travelling with not much money. I believe we have somewhere to stay at least one more night. Maybe?
Yeah, we booked like what, 3 nights?
Yeah, we're told the caravan is going to be in it for a few days, so we'll get a few nights.
If not, the barracks would always have one.
I understand that, and I appreciate you saying that you would help me. But while I said that I'm not used to having, or I don't have any money right now, it doesn't mean that I'm useless. I have been able to figure out ways to stay places.
At what point did I say you were useless?
Just say.
Also, and he lowers his voice, what's with the lightning?
To simplify, what's with the zippy zappies?
Still figuring it out. As I said, I'm not used to travelling with a group like this for anyone more than half a day. So, give me a little bit longer, please.
Yeah,
While
just
I
kind of
figure
spark.
things out.
Let her keep sorting it out.
I'm assuming that was in character.
Yes.
In which case, Marlagrat's gonna slap his head. Oh, he's a funny one.
So, when we have Hawk back here, and I guess they would come back. Oh,
I-
she's in the bath, isn't she?
Oh, aye. And the Drake is in their mind. I will give you a shiny gold piece if you grab their clothes and run out.
Oh my
God.
god.
So, as Fire steps into the bathroom, she makes sure to like lock the door. If there's any curtains or anything, she's closing that as well. She wants absolute privacy. And she looks at the Drake and she takes the bone naga head off and shoves that
I'm
to the
assuming
side.
that would have
And she notices the Drake talking differently, and with the same face, her voice changes. Are you hearing something? Is that dwarf talking in your head again? Bizarre. And then you see, or rather no one sees, but her visage drops. And instead of a furbolg, it is a pale-skinned male changeling with light pink hair. And it just seems very desaturated in all senses of the word. And he undresses and he takes the bath. And then once the bath is done and he's dried and he's cleaned up, he'll just give Nubbins a little scratch and kind of just be like, am I doing the right thing? But I can't tell them. What if they... Just a little longer, right? And Nubbins will just do the usual, like, kind of thing. He'll just be really happy to be there, and then throw the visage back up, and Fire exits the bathroom.
just before she says, well, the Drake's not responding to me. And, oh, yeah, there she is.
People can respond to you, though.
Sorry I took so long. I realised that I had some gunk behind my ears.
And I say in your head, well, if I were to tell you to do something and you went and did it, that would technically be a response.
I get it. It's okay. Yep.
Try some finger food, it's great.
Is it actual fingers?
Aye, we're eating actual fingers. You know, like Noel's fingers again. That chewy shit.
Is that
It's
sarcasm?
mostly processed meats and cheeses, to be honest.
Processed meat?
Charcuterie. Midwurst, things like that.
Well, that's some nice prosciutto. I mean, technically...
Smoked.
Is this a language I'm not aware of? I know a few.
People make sausage, mate.
Well, metwurst is more of an orcish word, and prosciutto is actually more of what was it?
That sounds elvish.
No, it's further west than that. Is it goblinoid?
No, I know goblin. It's not goblinoid.
Oh no, it's not goblinoid. It would be another awkward.
We spent 3 hours debating if it's a goblin.
This is what we did.
So which one's the finger?
I just pointed at Karis, that one.
She'll just... Why does that taste like a vegetable?
Because sometimes people are vegetables.
You should just keep eating it.
Celine comes up and puts a hand on your shoulder. Do you want some help with your clothes? Did you wash them a little bit in there?
Oh no, I'll wash them later. They didn't get super small. It was more just
I
the
could
skin.
help
How?
you. I cast prestidigitation again.
Ooh, that tingles. When did
Yeah.
I learn that?
I'm full of surprises.
I bet. Well, thank you. And she did reattach the bone naga head to Nubbins.
Yeah.
So it's still walking around with the thing.
Walking around with the bone naga head on it. What are we doing with that, by the way?
I guess the mayor would figure out what has to be done with it.
I say we bust it down for parts, make weapons out of it.
I don't really see the need for that.
If it was smaller, we could have made it a helmet for Nubbins.
I mean, I can make it smaller. I mean, I do have some smithing skills.
Scuzzy.
As good as he.
Guzzy!
Does it need to be smaller if he's only going to get bigger anyway?
I guess we could pass some time.
So yeah, you guys spend a bit of time
Fast forward some conversation.
recuperating
I'm
and
pretty
stuff.
tired because we've been up all night.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would be, and like as the conversation dies down, you do feel yourself sort of drifting off. So, There are spare
This
rooms.
is as good a place as any, and I just pass out on the couch.
Are you going for long rest?
Are we going for long rests?
Are you going for long rests?
If we had the time to kill, it wouldn't hurt. But if we can just get away with a short rest.
So your answer is yes.
Well, yeah, we haven't really slept, so we probably should take a long rest.
Are we going to stay here or head back to the...
It's entirely up to
Okay,
you guys.
That's in canon. I ask you that. I ask you that in character.
Here.
Could we find a bed? Big enough? For your drink?
What are you saying about my drink?
It's gotten much bigger lately.
It has, yeah.
I just kind of Nobbins snuggle.
No. He'll sleep with his mother, thank you.
Then you come snuggle.
No. I'm snuggling Nobbins.
Am I still able to come with you?
She, like, definitely, like, considers it for a moment, and she hesitates, and she's like, yes, you can.
Oh, boy.
I've gotten very used to it.
Try not to get too used to it, she mumbles, and then she just starts walking off.
Did I hear it?
Did you?
Malgrim
I
heard
don't
it.
know what you're rolling against.
Natural 20.
Fuck's sake.
You
I
just
kind of shit the droid.
I hear Twitch. I don't say anything about what you said. That don't get too used to it.
She says it in like a very like almost a saddened way.
And Celine doesn't say anything back, and she has her happy face on.
So you guys hear a crash as Margrath has tried to stand up too quick with his dodgy leg and crashed into the table.
I thought you were laying down to sleep.
The beetle! And he points at the bathroom door. The one in the box!
Please tell me it stayed in the box.
I'm hoping so, but I don't have my clothes on right now to check.
Fire's gonna go and look for the beetle. Can you stay here with Nubbins, please? I don't want him to eat the beetle.
At this point, I, out of character, want to sort of get mine and Nubbin's relationship sorted out. So we spent, like, from hatching, you and I have spent a lot of time together. I would say I wouldn't be like, ooh, do, like that, but I wouldn't be standoffish and would give affection as well as I've given affection to you. So what is mine and Nubbin's sort of relationship?
He's
The
just
same
happy to
as
be
everyone
there.
else's. He's
Yeah.
happy to be there.
Cool.
Yeah.
No worries.
Unless Fire shows active disgust towards someone, or like is afraid and fearing for her life from
Yeah, that's
someone, he's just happy to be there.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So I kneel down and like, Nubbins, you look like bigger. What's going on? He's bigger.
You don't know how to talk, and I'm still laying on a broken table. You don't know how to talk to pets, do you?
Don't worry about it. This is
Scratch it right there.
I thought you were going to say, don't patronize me.
And I put my hand out and Nubbins will lick it or something like that.
It'll just brush its like cheek.
Yeah,
It's
what-
showing you where to pet it.
Yeah, I'll let it do it what it wants.
It wants you to scratch its face.
Shh.
Every time you shush them, they give you like this annoyed like.
No, I shush.
Yeah,
Oh,
because he's telling you what to do, and he knows, and it's annoyed that you're not doing the thing he's telling you to do.
I'm a cat. I don't do what people want me to do.
You find the beetle.
Yes, thank you.
It's just in the little box. It's a bit soggy and
But it's still in the box.
It's still in the
There's no
box,
holes
yeah.
or anything in the box.
it's fine.
But she's gonna open it. And
It's
let it go to
traumatized.
bed.
And it's like cleaning itself, and it's looks distraught, but it's
And
alive.
little guy, come on, you can have some air for a bit. And she'll hold it and just take the box out and just. It was sodden.
Margaret just pulls out a splinter.
You might want to make sure that you don't put it in the bath next time.
I was desperate for a wash. Plus, I
Desperate enough to kill your little friend.
didn't bathe with my clothes on. But I'm short, remember? So when we were
That might have
going,
been in the water
No,
of
it's
the
back in the box.
catacombs.
that's what I'm thinking.
What's Hawk been doing this whole time? They're back at the church, aren't they?
Mm.
Probably
Finish
gonna need a
the
new
church.
box.
I am. I'm waiting for a break to.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And yeah, I gather up as many of the leftover vegetables as I can on the broken table, and just let the beetle out.
I'm going to go for a rest.
You do that.
Malcolm's going to take a nap in the sun because it's going to take his fur forever to dry.
Yep.
First time I've done this,
Just some.
Mashed potato.
no.
Okay. So you all go
Get a
for
long
some
rest
sort of
or
rest and
something.
that. So yeah, back at the church.
Okay. So I'll have my bath. And
Yep. By the time you come out, Uruk has got like in one of the side rooms. He's set up his little.
It's a piece of
Spell for the ritual.
fine copper wire.
Yeah.
To do it.
It's the actual sending.
Sending, yes.
Yes.
I describe the recipient.
Mhm.
So,
Great blue
this is the
candles.
right mantle, the
Yep.
servant, decorated ground, yada yada
Yep.
yada. And the
Yeah. It's not one I've had the pleasure of speaking with before. What is the message?
okay. So the message is as follows. You can have pauses in the message, can't you?
You can,
Take
As
up
long as it's
a
25.
word.
as long as it's 25
No,
words
they
or
don't.
less.
They don't take
No.
it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
it's
do
just-
da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it goes Sister Bright Mantle,
So he
Sister Hawk.
repeats
Location,
it.
Avia. Possible resurrection, impassable barrier, request nights for investigation. Leaving in day or two unless instructed in message.
It pretty much goes out as you're talking.
Hmm.
So the spell
Yeah.
starts. You've got
He is-
5
I'm
words.
relaying.
It's relaying to Uruk,
Yeah, okay,
and he's
yeah.
sending it. So he pauses and he goes,
Well, you use proper punctuation, and he'll say it how.
yeah. But he gets, Sister, thank you for the update. Understood and acknowledged. We'll send an investigation at first available time. Carry on.
Okay. I thank you for his service. Does he require a donation from me?
That is very welcome. So a gold donation towards the church is always appreciated.
I will give him 2 gold pieces
Yep.
because I'm also staying there. So
Cool. So yeah, if you guys want a long rest, you may get your long rest.
Yes. Yeah, please.
So-
yeah, are we given sort of room in the manor?
She said like this is like a guest area. You guys are allowed to stay there
Big bed.
until things. There are beds, yes.
Big bed.
Yeah, they're guest beds. They're expensive.
Big bed.
cuddle
Doesn't
pile.
have to be a big bed. It can be a small bed. I'm not high fiving that.
Big bed.
Can't leave a man.
Halfway through the night, Malgrim. Sorry, not halfway through the night. Like an hour or so after, or a couple hours in, you would hear as someone like opens the door, comes in and checking everyone, sees that they're asleep. It's like, oh, check in later, and then leaves.
Because this is like early arvo.
It's early morning, really.
Oh yeah, before lunch.
Yeah.
We're all just passed out.
Yep.
They usually
Malcolm's
call
only
that
taking a short rest anyway.
Yeah.
I'm taking a short rest. Fuck you, dude.
He's going to take his long rest when he should be taking his long rest.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, you guys actually get a full long rest, sort of undisturbed.
I'm going to take the exhaustion.
Okay. And you're going to head back to the manor as well.
I'm going to head towards the marketplace and see if
Sister Hawk, I'm disappointed in you.
Avalon's Emporium
Avalon.
is open.
It would be, yeah.
You're so upset you can leave the bed.
Fuck, I'm not sure.
Oh, how the tides
How the tables turned.
So is it
Stay-
Avalon or
He's running the when it's opened up and set up as like an actual market stall. Yes, he is running it.
Good morning.
Good morning, sister.
You wouldn't be interested in purchasing a note rope skull, would you?
I'm sorry, a what?
I don't know what it's called, so I describe it.
Skeletal things. That does sound like something I would be interested in purchasing.
Excellent. Well, I'll bring it by later. Any idea when you might be moving out?
Today will be my last day of trade, so first thing tomorrow morning we'll be setting out.
I'll make sure we're all ready.
Excellent. Yes, tell your friend, like just as the furbog, that I have someone who can craft the saddlebags they requested, but we won't get them until we arrive in the next city.
I'll be sure to pass the message on.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
I'll polite bow and good
Yep.
day.
Good day.
Would they do so?
You're not there.
No.
I said good day, sir.
Then I'll return to the mausoleum.
Yeah, you get there and everyone's just like passed out sleeping.
Except,
I'll leave y'all alone for 2 hours.
except you.
Yeah, depending on how long she was gone for.
Yeah, he's probably just sort of at the end of his short rest, so he's probably like half asleep, half
But
awake.
you don't sleep during a short rest.
Depends, he might have just
I
wanted a
guess
nap.
you can nap, but
Yeah.
you wake up if you're that tired.
He's taking a sun nap.
Okay.
He's literally sunbathing to dry.
I wake up from the long rest.
So yeah,
What
so
would that
what do
be?
you do?
I'm going.
Everyone's
to,
sleeping, so
Oh, you do what you want.
I'm going to see if
Don't wake us up.
under. What am I thinking? Under Hill. Cedar Hill
Cedar Hill.
will allow me access to the library again.
You go looking around. You do see one of the help, and he's like, "Oh, she'll be up in her study, up the stairs and around." And then you find her up there. She's still jotting down notes when you sort of enter. But yeah, she'll give you access to the library.
Before we go, we do have a map of the areas of the tunnels that we explored.
That would be most helpful. Thank you. Are there any other dangers down there that we should be aware of? We're thinking of sending a few of the Death Watch down to
There could
investigate.
be more down there. We couldn't get all the way in. There was a barrier of sorts. Oh yes.
I see.
Expect some knights to be out within the next few days to investigate also.
Oh, we shall await their arrival. Thank you. Although I dare say you've handled the worst of it.
I'm not
It would be good to
sure
get-
that we have.
Very well. Yes, I was told that everyone else is sleeping. When everyone is awake, I will come and speak with you all.
Very well. Until then. Can I excuse myself and head to the library?
Yep.
You
Cool.
Is that John?
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, you don't.
So you can, yeah.
Yeah, so Freya's gonna be feeling restless and she'll wake up after like a short rest amount of time. She's gonna leave the Drake with you. And basically just like push the Drake towards you and just watch you kind of just like cuddle the Drake. Just like,
Stay.
and then she's gonna just like quietly tiptoe out and then just
Do you
wander
go
around.
through
Why?
the foyer at all?
With your hooves.
Clunk, clunk, clunk. That's quietly.
So yeah, do you go through the foyer where Margrath is asleep on the floor?
Possibly.
Soldier training kicks in, and you will actually hear him in your head of, "What are you doing?"
She's like doing knife hands.
And you see his eyes reflecting in the dark.
You need to not do that ever again. That's terrifying. Do you know how scary you look right now?
I.
I don't like it.
What are you doing?
I'm restless. Is that right with you?
Would you like to talk? Maybe over some more milk?
I don't want one milk.
It's great for helping you
I
sleep.
don't want you. I want to go and read something, or sit in the sun, or just have some myself time.
Is that why you're restless?
Yes. It's a long day. And night.
Sorry, I get suspicious when I'm woken up from my sleep.
Well, I was trying to be quiet. Didn't wake Celine up. She's cuddling nubbins right now, thinking it's me. She kind of snickers at it.
I might actually steal that spot just for the nubbins cuddles.
You know what? If you do, I'll pay you a gold piece just for the fun of it.
You know what you're on. And also, I just want to say,
I hope he gets gets electrocuted.
You did me proud today. You've got a lot of heart. I'm happy to fight beside you.
She gives you like this weird like head tilt, and her hair kind of drapes over one shoulder. Where did that come from?
Well, I told everybody else I was happy to fight with them today while you were in the bath. I figure it's only fair.
You see, she looks like uncomfortable, almost suddenly out of place, and she's like, thank you.
And I know I fucked up tactically today, and you guys did have my ass covered, and thank you for that.
Yeah, if you could not run off all the time, that would be helpful.
I'll work on it.
I'll also work on not calling you old and insulting you.
Hey.
And as she says it, she's like, I probably shouldn't have said that either.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I got a gold piece to go earn.
She flicks you a gold piece.
And you realise he hasn't been saying any words at this point as well. Still all in your head.
She thinks it's just a fever dream and keeps walking. It'll pass. Boop her nose, she loves that.
Nobbins or...
Her nose. Celine's. Nubbins is a he.
I haven't stuck fingers in a cloaca to check, so I wouldn't know.
You don't have to. And she walks off.
You're like, nope.
She's like, you don't have to. Okay. Never do that to my child.
I wasn't gonna.
Good.
She's just gonna walk around and just find something to do. She's not really aiming to be anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to sit in the sun, you'll probably find Malgrim outside on the balcony stretching.
And
So
I
I'm the-
finished my long rest snuggling with Nubbins.
We're the only ones that had a long rest.
Do you walk past the library? I call out to you to walk past and ask the map, if possible.
She does that thing where she walks past and then she like, tiptoes back. The what?
The map of the dungeon, the sewers, the crypt.
She pulls it out of her pocket and she gets a different piece of paper and she scribbles it out for you again so you've got a proper copy.
Thank you.
It's the best I can do. I even drew a little thing to show the crypt and then that weird statue that we found. She goes through all the different symbols and stuff that she found, so hopefully it will make sense.
Yes, I put a note down there that it's for only the guard protection and
Yep.
stuff. This is for the knights when they arrive.
Is that what you've been doing instead of sleeping?
Yes,
You haven't slept.
not today.
Are you waiting for the night time?
Yes. Oh. Avalon's found a worker to make the saddlebags you requested.
You see her face just like a light. She's like, wonderful.
What was the other part of it? Something about
Something about a skull, wasn't it?
after the travel or after we leave?
You said you'd be leaving in the morning,
Yeah.
like the next day.
Yeah.
And he's found someone to work on that, and he'll be able to pass it on when you get to the next main city.
Okay. So that's pretty well Velpen from here, isn't it?
From where you are, actually, if I recall correctly, is New Zephyr's capital.
I was about to say, isn't the
That is
map under the
the
table?
direction we're heading, wasn't it?
Whereas Velpen was a bit more south.
That's the best crack I've had all day.
Also, did
no, I
Hawk
didn't even have
actually
a crack.
specify that she was coming back?
I think so. I think she said, I'm just going to the church, I'll be back later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we travelled north to get to Avia,
Mhm.
we're going east from Avia,
Mhm.
which would take us closer to Velpen and the Spire. To us, whatever it is.
The Fang.
Fang, yeah. Oh,
The
still good. Because Teferius is east and south, past Velpen.
I was like, look, receipts.
No, it's, from Avia directly east, it's a little bit east and north, is New Zephyr's. Below that is Velpen.
Oh, over there. What the fuck is that one?
I don't know.
Not that one.
No, see, I thought that was that one there, above the banner is what I thought we were talking about.
No, that's, Velpen is here, New Zephyr's is here.
Right.
Swipe up some ghosts there.
Ghost penis.
Keep forgetting you guys haven't got the text with me.
You're wasting
I'll have to
your
write that
time.
down because I would know that.
I did the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Cool. Do we want to take a break? Like, out of character?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have to.
What's your RP? What are you good?
Well, I wake up after a long rest.
Yes.
Yes.
And there is a dwarf.
I don't notice that yet.
He's
I
in a sleeping kilt, so he is covered up.
I sort of jolt awake and go, fire! Oh no! I had a sex dream about Sister Hawk.
Can you roll a wisdom save for me?
What are you doing here?
Pretty much your roll. And there's the dwarf like, go on.
I'd rather not. Where's fire?
Oh, they went for a walk.
I'm gonna need a break after this.
That's fucking funny.
And
You were asked to make a wisdom save.
Okay,
I want to see if you can keep a straight face without laughing.
Oh, I might be able to. 14.
Alright, I'll give you that.
By the way, when after he finished his stretchies, like
I was not ready.
stretching after he
Mm.
woke up from his nap, he would have gone up to try and see if Sister Hawk had come back because he wants to give her that book.
I'd like to imagine that by the time you were
Yep,
doing that,
we'll get back to that in a sec.
And, you know, I'm like, well, if you've left a vacant cuddle spot next to Nubbins, I wouldn't mind taking it. And they said, yeah, sure, go for it.
fair enough.
You know you lick hands in your sleep, yeah?
What?
I don't know whether you thought I was...
Hands 'cause I told
Please do not take advantage of that ever.
I wasn't gonna. It's just while I was snuggling Nubbins, there was...
This has been the
Okay.
best decision I've made all session.
Well, to give you more information, I don't know. I feel uncomfortable around Hawk because of human, but it's that little corset, you know.
What's wrong with you and humans?
In the kingdom, they're
I'm from
pretty
the old world. so-
rare. Humans are fairly rare, and most of the time, in my experience, they have been indentured servitude.
So you've enslaved an entire race of people and used fancy
Look,
words
I
like
don't
indentured
understand
servitude.
it. I don't understand it. I don't have any slaves or anything that you say.
But it's servants.
Anyway, I need fire. Sorry.
You'll find it in the fireplace. Sorry.
I mean, if it helps, I used to be part of the slaving business myself, so...
Interesting. Hopefully a long time ago.
Yes.
And you just get a smile.
No, quite recently, in fact.
Fire! I start walking out of the room. We're on break.
Hang on. Malgrim, after his sun nap, goes and finds, eventually stumbles across Hawk. Fire was there, but Hawk in the
Yeah, fire's probably just passing through as you were waking
the library.
His clothes are still on the balcony, so he's literally tied the towel around his waist.
He's just walking around in a towel.
I mean, it's serving the same purpose as a kilt, and he's got fur over it.
I was going to say, he's mostly covered in fur, so yeah, you wouldn't see anything.
Very nice.
Yes.
I found this in the room with the stink hole.
Thank you. We'll have a look at that.
So yeah, it's a sort of leather-bound book with a very similar rune engraved on the cover.
Okay. I'll
It probably stinks.
It doesn't look great.
Musty old book.
Yeah.
I'll finish taking notes and whatnot for the
Yep.
nights. Put it aside in my satchel, and I'll start having a look through this book.
Okay. Can you roll me an investigation, please?
Is that the book with the runes and stuff in it?
That's only a 14.
14?
Yep.
Okay. I'll give you the gist of what you find. A lot of it is worn in some places. It is quite old. Some entire chapters are written in a dialect that doesn't make a lot of sense. You're not sure if it's a different language or it's just like, yeah, a weird translation. But you do get a few things. One of them goes into a bit more detail about the actual ritual that protects the crypts. And it basically says that the 4 compass points of the crypts are the runic markings that keep the guardian contained. these may need to be updated from time to time. If some of them were to wear, the Guardian might find its way out and slowly be able to travel further and further. This could be an issue.
There you go.
The Guardian, Sasfarath.
I cannot write this fast.
It sounds like a dragon name.
Or a Naga name. Nah, bruh. No, wait, that's Monster Hunter.
The Guardian, Sasfarath, yep, was a necessary evil, using the necromantic magic to return it to service, but in doing so has allowed us to keep it as a guardian of this particular location. Only the creator of the door knows the trick to opening it. All we've done is carved the room beyond to store the... It sort of translates to belongings, but you're not sure if that's accurate. And to await the proper time. That's... The rest goes into details about the actual methods they use to carve the runic symbols and how to maintain them and stuff. But then the rest of the book is just a bit worn and weathered. So
I will transcribe that onto the map and the other
Yep.
stuff for the knights as well.
It sounds like it's
Solid
probably better
information.
that we didn't open it.
Now are both groups sort of about the same
Yep.
place?
Now we can take it.
now we can take a break. So we're going to go to the bathroom and store drinks and stuff, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
10-15 minutes. Yeah.
See you shortly.
Let's just
Alright, we're back into it.
This locomotive to you. I mean, it didn't kill you.
You're right.
Sweet. Welcome back.
So we're not in the middle of
my
you know,
God.
making accents. Are you sure we're back now and not just going to pop in?
I seen
Yep.
that one too, the purple snake. I was like, ooh.
Well, you gotta go quick.
We're not also going to jump in halfway through a story about why W can't go back to Denver.
Yeah.
It leaves people in the lurch.
Remind me to start off with the reason why I can't ever go back to Florida.
Did you
I mean-
try to smuggle an alligator onto a plane?
I'm sick of these motherfucking alligators.
Of all the places to be,
try and successfully.
of all the places to be banned from, Florida sounds like a place that'd be very hard to get banned from.
with all the colors.
Florida man, this Florida man.
long happy.
No, well, the difference is the Florida man is born in Florida. What are they going to do?
Florida me? Anyway.
So, before we went on break,
Shit.
Celine, you run off in search of fire.
Not too uncomfortably, just like, why aren't you there?
Where would fire have ended up?
Nubbins, I guess.
Is there any sort of like balcony or something that she could have? Yeah, she's just sitting like on the balcony.
Yep.
Like on the edge of the fencing of the balcony. Don't push her off, please.
Huh?
Just don't push her off.
I won't.
Whoa, mustangs! Whoa!
Don't notice that?
Whoa! Thanks. Yeah, I did. Sorry.
But yes, do you just go looking for fire, or yeah? So you would eventually find her sitting on the balcony.
You didn't sleep.
Oh, I did. I did.
For how long?
About 10 minutes.
Couple of hours at least. How was your sleep? She's got like a shit-eating grin, like creeping up on her face.
Why?
How'd you sleep?
I'm waiting for you to make up some bullshit. It's like, wonderful, the dwarf is an excellent lover.
I actually slept pretty restlessly. Looks like she's doing some mental arithmetic. What time is it now?
Probably about midday.
Midday. Well, accompany me to the markets, and I will tell you.
You don't want to sit here and enjoy the wind.
Well, I'm gonna need some fabric if I'm gonna make you some deep pockets.
At the sound and the mention of deep pockets, she's up off the railings, jumping up and excited. She's like, "Let's go."
I'll have time later while you're sleeping. So,
Yeah. Did you? And she tells you about the fact that Avalon has talked about the saddlebags that she's asked for as well. With your deep pockets and Avalon saddlebags, I'll be unstoppable.
it's amazing. It really is.
Yeah.
Earnestly. And we try to head to the markets.
We try.
I was gonna say one of the butlers actually this time does sort of stop you. Say, where are you two? Where are you going?
Deep pockets.
Like, right. Have you spoken to Miss Cedar
At
Hill?
the same time, there was like little
Yeah.
bits of fruit or something, and we got like a handful of them, and we just like.
Deep pockets. I have to chew that for a while now.
Heading to the markets, actually.
Have you spoken to Miss Cedar Hill?
Not yet.
How long will you be gone?
How long does it take to make deep pockets?
No, I'm gonna make them later. I'm just gonna get some fabric.
Not long then.
Well, very well. Don't please return back. She wishes to speak to all of you.
Relevant?
It's one of the other helpers.
Oh, what's their name, Daryl?
No, it's not relevant.
It's not relevant.
It's not relevant.
So it's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Relevant.
Twins.
I hate it. French twins.
Because, well, yes. At least we'll know where you are. Please, hurry back.
We won't be long.
It's like I can't keep you, but please.
I don't want to like steal the spotlight straight away again. Like that, I have some more RP.
You're doing the deep pockets to try and
My
hide your
brain.
human without having a sex dream of a human.
Not quite.
Yeah, what was the thing you said when you woke up? I did hear your voice.
So we actually get out of the manor.
Okay.
Yeah, because he lets you guys leave.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's not exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. But I did
But I
have
want to talk about it.
a sex dream about Sister Hawk.
You see Fire just kind of like keep walking and she's like, uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm pretty uncomfortable.
I'm not judging.
I'm not saying that you're judging.
I'm not saying that you're saying that I'm judging. I had an air bubble in my throat.
Should we just leave it then? Or do you want to hear more about it?
Look,
Well,
you're both cute.
We'll put a hoof in it and we'll deal with that later.
Okay. You know how I've been struggling with this.
She looks around.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do believe that is where I get my powers from. The electricity.
The zip zappers.
That one. I was given some more information. And I know where I am now.
When were you given the information?
I was obviously restless.
And the sex
I don't think I don't know. This is another part.
Right.
Not in the sex dream. That would be weird though. But I would not say that I was like told anything. It's just I've got more of a feeling now.
Right.
I am tethered.
Meaning?
I couldn't tell you that. I think that's where I get my powers from. Something to do with the gem, and I am called a tethered.
Would I know anything about like patrons and stuff?
No.
No. Okay.
It's fairly, like, unheard of.
Okay. So if you take the thing out of your chest, you wouldn't have the zip zappers.
Well, it wasn't in my chest the whole time, and I had some powers before. But I don't know.
Is it the thing that helps you clean clothes?
That was something new that I've realised I could do lately. Yeah. Anytime I want. And a sort of little dust from the road, I just brush it straight off.
Please don't. You're going to make me become a germaphobe.
True. People should eat dirt every now and
Ate a lot as a kid.
then.
Anyway,
Helps your immune system.
do you want that thing out of your chest, or have you grown like attached to it or something?
It's attached to me. I think I want it in there.
So it's like a mutual attachment.
I think so.
Right.
Yes. Let's go to where we can buy some battery.
We're still walking.
Yeah.
We're still walking.
Do I see any sort of things? I wanna dis.
Actually, Whitley, as you approach the marketplace, you go past where Avalon is set up. You see three men in silver armor with red trim standing out front talking to Avalon.
Accosting him or just talking?
From the distance you're at, they are talking, but the voices are a little raised.
I'm gonna head towards there quickly.
Yeah, she's gonna keep up with your speed.
Mhm.
I forgot that the Drake is with me. And I didn't take the bone naga head off. So it's just.
So I was snuggling with the Drake, so if you went to leave with the Drake, Margaret is actually tagging along, but probably a bit further back.
I mean, you would have taken the skull off when you went to bed with it,
That's
so it's
fine,
probably
okay.
it's still probably there.
It's probably just in the middle
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah,
So
you
you're now
mentioned
cuddling the
that
bone naga
You
skull.
mentioned that you took it off when you had the bath.
And then
Yeah.
reattached it.
And then reattached it. So.
Yeah, but I would have taken off.
I mean, if you got up with the Drake, then I would have fine, and I would have gotten dressed, and you guys would have left. I'm like, fuck it, and at my slowest speed. So I'm probably, a good 20 feet behind you.
Yeah, so we approach these guards
Yep.
then and just suss what's up.
As you approach, one of them sees you coming and looks up and then just sort of nudges the one that's at the front. And the one sort of doing the talking just sort of stops. And he's like, you hear a voice. It's like, "Well, thank you for your time, sir. We will continue our investigation later." And then he turns, and you see a red-skinned hobgoblin. And the one that tapped him on the shoulder was a tall, lanky bugbear. And they're all wearing similar armor. There's like little bits of red on it, black cloak and silver armor. And the third one in the group is the biggest of the three, but he's got his hood up.
Bigger than a bugbear. Okay.
And yeah, he's just sort of not really paying attention.
Do we know what race the last one
Is
is?
it bigger than a bug?
The third one,
Yeah.
Can't see.
can't see him yet.
It's just big.
He's just big.
I'm just going to put big boy in the notes.
Big
And-
boy.
I can't see any of this.
And big
Okay.
boy
Yeah.
is in B-O-I.
Sunlight.
B.O.I. Big boy.
Got your hood up or not?
I'd probably have my hood up.
Question for you then.
Mhm.
Would fire recognise the hobgoblin?
You did spend some time in the kingdom, so you would know what a hobgoblin looks like, yeah.
But do I recognise this particular hobgoblin?
From the other night.
No.
Just in general?
No.
No?
No.
And the armour itself, is it like order armour? Is it armour that we don't recognise?
How
I can
long? I was
see
gonna
it.
how long did you spend? Yeah, you would probably know this.
Fair bit of time.
This is armor of the. How did I word it? So I'm trying to read my notes in the dark. I shouldn't have used pencil.
We can get you a torch. It'll blind you, but we can
No,
get you
I
a
got
torch.
it. I got it. Yeah, fucking hell.
We can get him one of those little book lights that he can clip onto the DMs.
Exactly. Get one of those.
Okay.
Do that.
You do recognize them as Red Banner Centurions, or just as Centurions.
Of the Red
Yep.
Banner Centurions.
And as you get closer to the Hobgoblin, you realize that his left eye is a darker spot, but then when it actually focuses on you, you see a bit of a red glow, and he's got a mechanical eye.
I'm going to put funky mechanical eye.
Would I know about the Red Centurions? I mean, I can't see these guys because daylight, but would I know the Red Centurions?
You haven't really encountered them. You tend to stay out of the way
But would I know of them?
You would probably know of them, but you wouldn't recognise them as such.
I mean,
To you, this is just silver armoured.
It's also
Hobgoblin.
daylight, so it's just lots of
Yeah.
bright.
So at the moment, you can't tell what they are.
So then do I know if these guys are like a good vibe, bad vibe, scary vibe, wholesome? I'm assuming not wholesome.
Awesome.
They're kind of the. Okay, so you guys who have spent a bit of time in the Empire would know them as kind of like a policekeeping force.
Okay.
They don't often get involved, but they're usually there for like the benefit of the Empire. But they can be quite intimidating because obviously
So they're from the Empire.
So
Yes.
I'm guessing that Malgrim would have had some experience with them at some point.
less so. Like Margaret, it's more like if you see these guys in like this sort of silver armor, just
You avoid them.
act casual around them and avoid them if you can. But yes, he looks up at you and he's got the sort of darker red hair, like pulled back, and a little bit of flecks of grey through his beard.
Salt and pepper beer.
But yeah, and just you just see that sort of red eye just sort of adjust the focus a little bit. You see like little mechanical parts on the side. He's like, "Greetings. I know I must be a bit of a strange sort in this part. We're looking for some information. Wondering if you lot could help."
You notice that Fire stiffens up, by the way. If
Yeah.
they start talking, she's just gonna like, what kind of information?
Yeah, see, we're investigating a crash that happened south from here a few days ago.
Oh.
Airship crash. Some of our goods were on board, headed to the kingdom, and, well, we're looking to find out what happened with that.
Goods?
We're delivering fresh charges of the city batteries, some personal goods as well that belong to some important people. We would pay handsomely to see it returned.
She's just trying to act really nonchalant, like, oh, okay, no worries. Just really not trying to give them anything.
Yep.
If possible.
Yes, are you locals to this town?
Big fella, could you move just slightly to the left so I can see people?
He like straightens up and looks down at you, and that's when you see the glare of the eye.
I
Yes.
take the hood off to reveal that I'm a deep dwarf, and it's like, I don't see good in sunlight. Big fella, move over. Shadow.
The bigger guy to him, behind him, turns around. You see a full-tusked, big orc. Big-bellied, he lowers his hood. He goes, "If you've got a problem with the daylight, my friend, then perhaps you should stay clear of direct sunlight.
I usually do, but these are my friends.
Because then come here, come inside." And he gestures to Evelyn's car. He says, "Come stand with me, friend."
Fire's gonna look at you and just be like,
And you both hear in your heads that if there's any trouble, just yell, I'll come and running.
she then realizes that you didn't speak and she can still hear you, just like, put that on for later.
And yeah, I follow the big guy, I put my hood back up.
He comes inside and just sort of stands next to you. And just looks
So much better.
yeah. Next to you, this dude is massive. Fucking huge. Built like a brick shit house.
Like 7 of them built up.
Not quite, but yes.
You're a foot
7
tall.
foot tall.
Hey?
Is he like 7 foot tall?
He's a full-size, full-blooded orc, yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, probably as stocky as you are, but with the height to match.
I'll make small talk with, so how much do you lift?
Do you even lift, bro?
No, I figure he lifts.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, of course, I've been known to push 700, 800 pounds.
Oh, nice.
On a good day. Maybe more, I think, if I pushed myself." And he just has a general conversation
And I'm
with you.
gonna mention my embiggening and using that to lift high weight like it's nothing.
It's like perhaps one day we should arm wrestle. I'd like to see what you could do. But anyway, the guy in charge is, so, are you local to this city?
Well, I'm new here. She's showing me around, actually.
See the glare just sort of turns to you for a second.
Sorry, but out of ideas. I'm from Velpen, actually.
Ah, I see.
Not from here, but showing my friend around parts of the kingdom that I've been to in the past. Had some memories. So I don't know it too well, but
Yes, well,
I can roll charisma if you want.
go for it. I just want to get a gist of how well you roll.
It's gonna be bad.
Come on.
It's gonna be bad.
Jinx it, touch wood.
17 plus
Yep.
3.
It rolls off the tongue, like almost like you'd rehearsed it.
Yes.
Because yeah, and I understand. How long have you been in Avia? If this is your first time here, gestures to the Fairbog.
A day so far.
I see.
I will do second. Okay.
Yep.
Oh god, you better hope this orc isn't asking Margaret these questions, because he's honest!
That's even better. I believe I've got.
Just keep talking about the arm wrestling stuff. Just keep on that.
Oh, it's probably going to be like, hey, you know I fought for you guys in the war, yeah?
I wish we had Hawkeye. I wish we had Hawkeye.
He's
The
like,
orc's probably going to be like, wait,
It's
what?
23.
he's like, oh, you're that old.
Oh, aye.
Yes, I was not old enough to fight in the war myself, but I'd like to think I would have done well.
Have you been in any serious engagements? You don't war with the kingdom anymore, do you? But against bandit camps or something?
He just grins and it's all tusks. He's like, we're not allowed to talk about it.
Oh, hush. I've got a couple of hush stories that if you get me drunk enough, maybe I'll let a couple slip.
He's like, sort of chuckles. But yeah, you're 23, you said?
Yeah.
Yep. As well. It's not safe on the roads at the moment. Bandits, as you're aware, have been spotted in the north.
What kind of bandits?
The bandit count.
Just the wild tribes from the north. Coming down and taking what isn't theirs.
It's a pity everyone here has been so hospitable thus far.
Yes, this is quaint village.
It's nice.
It's nice. Even we trade with them from time to time.
Yes.
I imagine.
On that note, I'm going to be seeing if the vendor here has some fabric for me.
Of course, of course.
Thank
We'll
you.
be in town for a couple of days. If you hear anything about, the airships, any strange goings on in the city, then do let us know.
She like taps the bottom of her like fluffy ear. She's like, I'll keep an ear out.
He smiles and it's fangs. Like it's
Bangies! Okay.
So, just before the orc leaves, so what are you questioning about? And then detect thoughts.
you just detecting surface thoughts?
So
Okay.
as soon as I ask that question, I'm going to use detect thoughts.
He says directly to you, he's like, we're investigating a crash, lost goods, you know how it is. And he goes, you just basically hear the thought at the top of his head is just basically like, don't tell him about the plans.
Fuck.
So, we encountered a hill giant a couple of days ago. Maybe that had something to do with the crash. What kind of crash you on about?
How long does detect thoughts last?
That is a good question.
Does that need a handbook?
Actually, yeah, I need a player's handbook. By the way, I can do that once per day.
Terrifying. Honestly, terrifying.
I told you he'd get terrifying.
Unskilled.
Scaled.
Unskilled.
Oh, I also don't need any of the casting components for it.
Very good, thank you.
I didn't make
Up to 1 minute.
After 1
That's 1 minute? Okay, sorry, enough for conversation. It's a hill giant, you say?
Aye.
And then, his thoughts are like, that's funny. We were investigating a dead hill giant. It was... When did you say you got into town, little man?
Well, I didn't mention when I got into town. I met my friends here.
Physical pain.
But, it's a day or two, I think? I don't know, I've been underground at one point.
He just leans down and he goes, "Well, you do be careful. Something strange is happening in this town."
Do I recognize his armor now?
Yeah, I was going to say, now that you're in the shade, he leans forward. It's like, it's the silver with just that red trim. And on under his cloak is like a little symbol. I can actually show you.
What symbol? Also, firstly, I'm envious that your character gets to talk to the Hot Wolf fan.
At least your character's there.
That's true. She'll tell you all about it, don't worry.
It looks like that.
Like a leaf.
Like a spout.
Kind of.
Like a spout. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
a note of that.
But that's just a red symbol with like a banner shape around
It's
it.
the Sprout Squad.
Sprout Squad.
Oh my god. It's like, well, you be careful too. I want to see what those muscles are really capable of, and I give him a wink. Still detecting thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's hard.
Oh no, that's hard. He leans forward a bit and just gives you like the tusky grin and just you have a good day.
You too, officer.
And then in the thoughts you get I need to tell Praxos about this. No, not Praxos. Sorry. I need to tell Sergeant about this. Santori will want to hear about this.
I made that done.
Then he goes back to just the pose.
Okay, so yeah, from the door, I don't know if your conversation is finished, but you will hear Margaret's thought. It's like, I don't know what you told him, but I'm pretty sure we just gave conflicting information in your heads.
Fire's gonna look at you and be like, did you hear that in the wind as well?
It's not in the wind.
Port's ears are burning. The dwarf is causing trouble.
But I walk back.
There's no disturbance in the ball.
What's your passives? I haven't got my note.
Mine's 11.
Passive what?
Perception, sorry.
Shit.
13.
13? Okay.
Until next level. Then it goes up by one.
Cool. The bugbear, so the tall, lankier one, just sort of leans over to the hobgoblin. He's like, "Sergeant, you've continued questioning some of the other merchants." He goes, "Ah, yes. As you were, ladies. Stay safe
Fire,
now."
like, does like a little thank you.
But he turns to the orc and goes, "Martyr, let's go."
What's name?
Martyr.
Oh, as a matter of fact.
And as they're walking off, it's going to be a couple of seconds, and then it's like, okay, if we're all done drooling over the orc.
Who says I was drooling?
Well, I know I was. I don't know if you said anything, but I know I was. We should probably have a talk. Come over to the caravan.
You see it.
In our heads?
Yes.
Okay,
You see, like, step out of the shadows, Avalon is standing behind him. He's like, "If you lot are in need of leaving town sooner than tomorrow morning, then perhaps you should let me know."
We should probably let Hawk know. We should definitely let Hawk know.
I turn and it's like, probably.
I still want to get some fabric.
We'll get
Yeah.
the fabric.
You go. I'm slower. You go tell Hawk. I'll get your fabric. I also got to go back to the manor and get all my gear. Have you noticed I'm not making jingle noises?
Why don't you take Nubbins to go and tell Hawk? She like bumps Nubbins' butt so it like shuffles towards you. Deal? That way she can get the right materials, Hawk is still made aware, and we can talk to Avalon.
Do you have a sled?
You're not enslaving my Drake.
No!
Just
Walk.
Yes,
I
but
was
the
like-
Drake is faster than I am.
No.
Nubbins, dear, I need you, and she'll relay to the dragon in Dragonborn, and basically just say, I need you to go and let Hawk know that this has just happened.
It just trots off. Starts walking back the way you guys came.
I can't run
Okay,
after it.
but-
You know that, yeah?
Have you seen crocodiles galloping? Is it like that?
Yes.
I love it.
No, when they gallop, they fucking gallop.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
a
that's so
fucking
good.
horse. You know I can't run
It's
after that.
Like if
yeah?
the horse
Can
could
you follow
flat.
it to make sure it's okay, though?
I mean, I can.
Please? I paid you a gold piece for the earlier, if you could be so kind as to help me drink.
And yeah, as soon as you say that, hopefully Celine is watching, because shitting and grin on Margrath's face is like, I'll try. And I mentally tell the Drake, it's like, I'm supposed to be keeping you safe. Do you mind not going too far ahead?
It slows down a little bit. But it's happy if you're given a task, so it's just on its way.
It's making its way downtown.
But yeah,
Galloping
you
fast.
notice that I'm just wearing my clothes
The-
and my warhammer.
Yeah, they bought enough
Nothing
for
else.
Down under when it's happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What was that thing's name?
What thing?
The iguana from Rescuers Down Under. It had a great name, and it was
a girl's name.
yeah. Joanna, I think he called it.
Yeah.
Joanna, and it was like fucking hilarious.
But I'm
Yes,
not going to Averlin for fabric. I'm looking for an actual.
yeah,
Fabrica.
yes. So you go round the markets, being wary of the.
We should probably check with Avalon and ask.
3 on the
if he
silver.
was asked. Do you think that would not be smart?
I think he's got the gist. If he's saying that we can possibly leave earlier than.
I want to ask what he was asked. What were you asked?
It's just there, like trying to look busy, and then just like
Are you alright?
they were asking specifically about the crash of the old goat.
And when you came into town?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
Did
Well,
you
we
say-
lied.
Did you say you did?
I lied.
I told the truth
Okay.
when I arrived. Yes, they were asking a lot of interesting questions about potential survivors and, well, how many there might be.
I genuinely, as a player, I forget. Does Avalon know that we were part of this crash?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm guessing
I just didn't
Malcolm
reply to be
will
like,
let
oh
them
well,
see
thank
his
you for not
hat.
giving us away, and then he's like, what?
Malgram's hat even has like the goat skull symbol on it. Because it's from the captain.
Oh no.
I'm glad you're not there.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear it all the time. But,
That's
you know,
true.
I'm glad you're not there.
Cool.
I'm glad I'm not
We'll
there
we'll
too.
leave Avalon to it.
Yeah.
And just
He's like, it's none of my business, and I don't like seeing forces putting their noses where they don't always belong. Your business is your own.
thank you. We'll try not to involve him too much, but if we do need to leave sooner, we'll
let you
we'll
know.
make sure that Hawk agrees with that too. They're basically.
Don't
We'll get back to you.
fucking say it.
So she's not. She's like, we'll talk amongst ourselves and let you know.
Yes, I do appreciate it.
So at
I
some
wasn't,
point
I
I
wasn't
make
going
it
to
to
say
that.
it, but I was
Yeah.
going to imply it.
Yes. So while you guys are in the markets, we'll hand wave if you do find fabric. I'm assuming you're just finding enough just to sew pockets and
I'm
things.
also popping a button off, cleaning the grease off of it.
Yep.
To show the gold with my symbol.
Yep.
Using my guild artisan, guild merchant
Yeah.
thing to get it pretty much dirt cheap because I have fuck all money.
Yeah.
Get some fabric that works with your clothes, and I'll get enough to
Yeah.
make some deep pockets.
You get semi-decent fabric for how much? You got a couple of silver?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of silver. And you get plenty. You get like excess, so you got enough to do any other things. So while they've been at the marketplace, what were you guys doing? Hawk and Margaret.
Malgram would have been making sure his shit didn't stink anymore.
He's just been cleaning and doing what he do.
Just going through the library and stuff.
Okay, cool. So yeah, after an hour or so, then
I get to where I've left my clothes and armor and my shield, and I start putting that on, and they get in their head, grab your gear, get ready to move.
and then you'd get the Drake come into the library, and it stops, like looks at you and just like wags its tail. It doesn't know how to pass on a message, so it's just sitting there looking at you, like excited.
He's stuck in the well.
It'd be funny if it just came in and just started trying to drag her out of the library.
It probably would like grab part of your coat or something and just like gently like tug it as if to go somewhere.
So something's tugging, the dragon's tugging on my coat, and I hear his voice in my head. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck have you done?
One of these kids done again.
Hey, Malgram didn't do anything. He was there with you. Sort of. He's innocent.
Good boy.
I don't know you were there with me. I'm
Good-
in the library looking at books.
Good boy, TM.
He's been there the whole day. Like,
The only
he had
boy
his
in
sun
this room,
nap,
to be
and then he
honest.
was dealing with
Except
his
the Drake.
stinky clothes.
You also get a secondary message in your head like, can you help me put on my armor?
I'll change that from him to them. What have they done now?
Yeah, the Drake's just gonna basically now be attached to you until it gets back to fire, by the way. So have fun. Have a Drake.
Well, we need to collect belongings.
He's just gonna follow you.
Speak to Cedar Hill.
he's really gonna drag it out.
So I'll try to find wherever they were staying, grab as much of their shit as I
Yep.
can load onto the back of the Drake.
Yep.
Strap the skull down on it. And then,
You could turn the skull into a sled. Put all their gear on that.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, I'm going to sell it.
No, I want it in good condition.
And then I'll go and find Seal.
The Drake will just carry the longbow in its mouth.
And then
Oh
I
my
need
God,
to head
that's
to the
horrible.
barracks after
Trying
I'm
to
fully
walk through
geared.
doorways.
What's that?
I need to head back to the barracks after I'm fully geared.
To get your stuff back, yeah. Yep, you can just head off and do that.
Do I get my coin back?
You would get your coin back, yes. So you'll go basically let him know you're finished staying there and get your stuff back. But yes, you find Cedar Hill.
I slip him a gold to say if any of the enforcers ask, I was never here.
He goes, a little bit of the old run around. Yeah, got you, bud. Yes, as you get to Miss Cedar Hill's office, she's actually like walking out and nearly walks into you and it's like, sister, I was just coming to find all of you. Are you?
Unfortunately, we're not all going to be available. We have to
Oh,
move on in quite a hurry, unfortunately, from the scenes.
The Drake is just right.
she stops to look at it and then just
body is
yeah.
like,
Well, is there anything else you can tell me about beneath the city before you leave? I've heard,
I've relayed all of it.
yeah, like nothing else really out of the ordinary. So I heard the rest from
There's a
Golan, of course.
There's a copy of the map in the library. Yeah, I wouldn't have added
Thank
the
you.
extra bits I found in the book. I've made sure I've brought that book with me. I'm not leaving that there.
Yes, she goes, well, I did say I wanted to thank you for your services, and she pulls a pouch out of her fucking deep pockets in her robe, hands it to you.
Deep pockets.
There's a lot of gold and platinum in that bag, as well as a couple of other items that are no longer required by their owners.
Still Electrum.
No, there is not Electrum. There is no Electrum in this world.
No such thing.
electric boogaloo in as well.
They would no longer be requiring them, so I thought I would pass them on to you. It's payment for your service, just a little something extra.
Much appreciated. If I
Thank
may
you.
ask one other favour, if we ever
Can certainly try.
travel through in the future, we have a place to stay.
Of course, anytime.
You already have a place.
And then she like takes your hands and just like, thank you. I can't explain enough how much this has helped.
Ew, gross.
I guess we would probably rock up back at the manor.
Just as everyone's sort of leaving, yeah.
I guess we're leaving now.
Well, he would have ditched already.
Yep.
I'm assuming you went with him.
All I knew was that I was helping him put his armor on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he left.
And then I left to go to the barracks.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't have gone to be.
But we'd still return because if we'd assumed that our stuff
Yeah.
was here and that we would still have to come back for it. So
Yeah,
we'd probably
alright,
find
well,
It's all packed up and loaded up on the Drake.
Yeah, nice. That Drake is here.
Yeah, I guess I'd say, yeah, pretty much.
And yeah.
Yeah.
But Cedar Hill just like sees you as you arrive. He's like, again, thank you all for everything.
The fire looks momentarily, so I'm just like, oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because
I
and
did mention to her the nights will be
yes,
possibly in
yeah.
town in the next few days.
because yes,
already.
So we're not leaving them completely defenseless. Like we have helped.
yes.
Does she want to know
Do you
where the
tell them
other
that in
bodies
character?
were?
She probably talked to you about that at some point.
Yeah, you would have gotten the information from the others as well. So
Oh yeah, I'll mention to the party that the knights will more likely be in town within a few days.
Okay. Yeah, a few days. Yep, few days. Where's my longbow? She's gonna start finding herself.
It's got drool on it because it's in the drinks now.
I'm used to that, honestly.
At the least 2, that's how long it will take me to travel from the keep to here.
Which nights?
The nights.
The nights. Oh God.
I like to think that's interesting.
Is that why we need to leave?
Well, not for those nights. It's for the Red Banner Centurions.
Are you saying this right in front of the mayor?
No! She's gonna pull one of you aside and be like, this is why.
I thought you were having a conversation with her and then leaving.
Yeah.
Before
I was, but then
Yeah.
you guys were right.
She was there and was like, you know, again, thank you. So
Okay, so we thank her and we go, yeah, thanks, cool.
Yeah,
And then we go to the side.
Margaret's gonna turn to you and say, how do I recognize them if I can't see the colour red?
If you can't see the colour red, that's them. They're in the plate armor. This is a big guy.
Shiny plate.
Yeah, but I can't see red.
Symbol.
The twig.
This one, and she actually shows. It's like, "Ooh." This
Nice.
one. You see this?
I love that. Thank you.
And she's like,
Every time you show it, I hear the fucking Animal Crossing New Horizons.
yeah.
Every time you show it.
Sorry, that reminds me of Pigment. It just.
So I'm assuming this conversation is happening as we're walking.
So as you're sort of out the front door, yeah.
Okay, well, as we're having this conversation, I'm going to walk towards the tavern because we have keys to return.
Yes.
And after the tavern, I'm going to go past the chapel and leave some items with the
Yep.
the Minotaur.
It might be better if you leave us at the tavern and then you go and do your chapel thing, because we're seen walking around in a rush, they're going to suspect something. They've got very keen senses.
Well, I mean, we can meet back at the wagon.
But you could do that.
Meeting back at the wagon later.
Because they were asking, and as we're still walking to and from, she's like, they were asking about the airship crash. And we might have given conflicting information.
Fair enough.
Margaret
Pointing
just
at no
pinches
one.
the bridge of his nose like, oh my god.
It wasn't our fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, really. It just kind of happened.
Some
That's
of you
fine.
decided to lie.
Okay, the thought behind it was they were asking about the airship crash, and they were asking when people got into town. I just didn't want those two things to correlate.
Well, if they ask me
So-
about it, I'm just gonna say that I was hired by Avalon and got into town when he got into town. And that's not right.
That would have been smart. We didn't think of that, did we? That's fine.
I didn't think of that. I mostly default to lying, so that's how it goes. That's how it be.
It just be like that sometimes.
That's
Celine does, not me.
That's a
We're
good
on that
idea.
side. Getting real good.
So whoever gets back to the wagon first of meet Margaret there, as soon as he sees you, he's going to mentally tell you they know about the hill giant.
She's gonna glare at you. You told them about the hill giant.
I mentioned a hill giant.
She's visibly like head in hands, like, oh my god.
Would they get back there first after returning the keys?
I was going to say this would have to be before you return the keys. Surely. Because you were going to go to the church.
I was going to the church.
Yeah,
Would
so
we have
you'd
to
be
pass the
double
wagon
across.
to get to the
Yeah.
tavern? Yeah, so we pass. We'll be back. Better yet, you stay here with him and make sure he doesn't give any weird information. And Fire and Nubbins will go to the tavern and just drop off the keys
Yep.
because she's got a good rapport with June, provided he's still there.
Cool. When you do get there, so you're going on your own? Okay, when you do get there, with Nubbins, June is talking to a tall Leonin, wearing like a travelling cloak over like bulky frame.
Right.
Pale furred with silverish mane,
Pretty. Yeah.
just sort of tied back loosely. He's having a conversation with June. June is just monotoning as he does.
So they're talking in common?
They are talking in common, yes.
Okay. Can I get a read on what they're saying? If I just like slip up next to them and sit on a stool and act nonchalant and just pretend to be waiting for a drink.
So yes, as he's talking, he's like, do you swear you saw the sister in the coloured robes coming here? I've been looking for that one. She got some information for me. Are you sure? And Dune is like, yes, stopped with some others.
Fire looks at June as like,
I don't think he'd understand what that
actually,
means.
better yet, what I'd like to do is before I enter the tavern, as soon as I step in, visage.
Okay, you can do that.
Yes. I'm going to take the visage of another lizard folk.
Okay. Cool.
And then
Yeah.
I'll sit at the bar and just
June
like,
is like have a conversation and then looks at you. You get that really long stare, and you get that
Recognizes the Drake, but not you.
no, you get
That's the tongue thing.
you get an unspoken question like, and you are
oh, okay.
that you can
She's-
detect.
she's-
Yeah,
Yeah, she's going to
Without
use
breaking
the
eye contact.
lizard folk, the
The language. Yeah,
the language, and she's just going to give off a
friend.
friend, not foe.
Yeah.
Or friend, not foe. And
Goes,
then he'll take a seat at the bar.
so yes, he goes. They did stop here. They've been busy helping the city. Yes, that does sound like one of ours. Do have some questions for them. If you see them, please let them know. I'm just, after some of their information. Also, if you see a human come through here, probably yay big, like just like that, shaved head, his orange armor, nothing like that. Dude's like, no humans.
Question out of character.
Mhm.
Is this Solomon?
It is not.
No.
He goes, well, I will go take my drink at the bar. Looks like you've got customers. Sorry, away from the bar. And he's like, I'll be over there. And he just takes his drink and he just walks off.
Is this the part where we hope that Leonin can't speak lizard folk?
Yeah.
But yes, and then June turns to you and is like, can this one help you?
In lizard folk, drink strong.
Of course. And then makes a drink and slides it across.
So you know that hunky walk?
And
Didn't really notice.
he's going to just take a drink and just be like, town strange.
Yes, indeed.
Who is catfolk?
Smells of fire. Smells of air. One of those nights.
Friend.
This one thinks. Unsure. Very curious. Against one's own safety.
Take a swig and just kind of like. Also just hit throat weird.
Just blinks at you.
Yeah, fine. What is name?
Name not given.
Writes down. Weird catfolk name not given.
Smells of fire. Panics.
When did the fighter think his name is not given?
Yeah. So he finishes the drink, puts it down. Bathroom.
And just gestures off towards where the rooms were anyway.
And what she's gonna do is she's gonna finish the drink and then put it down, and then as they put a coin up, she's gonna get the keys and put it down with the coin.
Yep.
Many thanks. And walk towards the bathroom.
Just sort of nods.
And then she'll go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Visage and visage and then climb out of the nearest window. And then she's gonna run around the side of the tavern and pretend to be walking out and just be like, nothing's burned.
Did you give the keys?
Yeah.
Yeah, left the key on the table,
So
yeah.
when I put the coin up there, I put the keys with it too. So the keys have been returned.
You get halfway around the building and then you remember that the Drake was with you, and you turn around and it's like half hanging out the window. like help me!
She grabs the two front paws and just
Yeets it. Yep.
It's like, I wish the dwarf was here, he's strong!
It does manage to like scramble out, but yeah.
And then we're gonna like sneak past the windows,
Yep.
and then when we get to the front, we're gonna act like really casual and just walk.
Yep.
I'm picturing you just be like, now I'm casual, and then the Drake just being like,
Again, I'm picturing Joanna.
Hey.
I'm picturing rescue rangers with Joanna trying to get into the cabin.
Yes. Yep. But yes, you.
Step with me.
Hang on, so you head back to the marketplace. You said.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the way
Okay.
home,
Cool.
Yeah.
And you finish up what you're doing. You get your gear back, and you'll basically meet up back at the marketplace.
Yep, I'll leave the map and the notes and the book.
When she gets
Yeah.
back to you, her hair's a little bit like in a tizzy. She's like, easy peasy.
With
Looks
pay
it.
5 gold pieces with strict instructions that these
Okay.
are for the coming nights.
Right?
Understood.
Just a bit of wind.
Aye. So once we're all back in good, so the hunky orc. I'm assuming we're inside the cabinet. There.
You'd be at least under the
Sit
market
taken.
stall. Yeah.
Do we have you with us as well? Okay, cool.
So the hunky orc was asking questions. I was skimming the top of his mind. And I'm gonna say all this like it's nothing. Skimming the top of his mind as I was asking him questions, so I could know what he was really thinking.
I'm storing that away for later.
Yeah.
Skimming someone's
You can do that.
Do what?
The skimming mind thing.
I mean, I am getting back into practice, so yeah. Eventually, I'll be able to go invisible.
Right.
I used to be able to do that in the war, but then I got rusty. Anyway, back to what I was saying. When I mentioned the hill giant, I read his mind, and it said they were investigating a hill giant corpse.
You see Fire like looking over her shoulder back at the tavern, and she's like, "Can we go inside? Are we inside? Can we go inside? I want to go inside. We should all go inside."
Margaret
Actually,
is going to insight this.
I'm pretty sure you're hiding it poorly.
yeah, she is. She's panicking.
So I'm just going to take 10 on my
8.
insight.
Oh, you don't know why, but you can tell that she's panicked. She's not hiding that very well.
So make you insight first, and you can tell us why you're panicked.
Okay, someone at the tavern was looking for us as well, and it wasn't a knight. It didn't have armor. She didn't have armor. He didn't have armor. They didn't have armor. It was another one of your kind. They had a silver mane, and they were like talking to Dune and asking questions. And I think they mentioned something about your coat.
They are asking about the sister, not use.
That's fine, but they did mention
No,
that there was a
once-
group of people
once
that they were
Dude
traveling with.
mentioned that that you were traveling with us. That he said he wanted information from all of us.
Yes. Pretty sure they mentioned you and your coat.
So
Do
wait,
I
they're an order drone.
Recognise the description.
No, they're a Leonin.
Do I?
Maybe.
Leonin.
You know a few
They're quite
Leonin.
tall. Were they like male, female? I forget.
Male.
They were male.
Very bulky.
Very, very bulky.
Doesn't stop them being an order drone. Describe their armor to me. Describe their dress.
Well, they were wearing like a.
It was like a big brown cloak that covered like everything, but it just made them look really bulky.
Didn't see the armor. Just saw the cloak. Big, brown. Made them look very strong. Didn't look fun. And considering we've already bumped into 3 other people who are looking for us right now, I don't think it's good for us to stay here.
They could always do it in a rug.
Focus.
Every
Focus.
single character with fur just looked at you simultaneously.
Yeah. Literally
So,
everyone except for
obvious.
Hawk. Can you keep on track, please, and realise that that was not okay?
Bit out of taste, really.
Can I? We're in the wagon.
Yeah.
Are we?
So it's still set up for sales and stuff, but
Is
yeah.
there somewhere I can find inside, like a window overlooking the market, and just watch the going-ons and stuff?
You could, yeah.
She's gonna join you.
If they're from the order, it doesn't count.
I don't know if they were from the Order. I didn't see any badge. They were just asking questions. And I've learned today that questions are dangerous.
But the hunky orc was going to go tell his sergeant that we might be people of interest.
Wonderful! Well, there's another person, lion person, looking for us.
They
And
were
look
lying?
Like lion.
Linen.
Yeah, why do I try? And she's going to join the window area with Hawk.
To be fair, Glenn, your character did tell him that you met them here.
Yeah.
So he's going to tell his sergeant that you're a person of interest.
Yeah.
No, we was thinking about...
Just don't tell them the plan or something. It was very vague and generalised.
Yeah, no, I know, but the gist of that conversation was he mentioned that you killed the giant, you had mentioned the giant and that you
I
met
mentioned
them
the
here.
dead giant. I
Yeah.
didn't mention we killed it.
Yeah, but like you mentioned it, but you didn't mention it in conjunction with them. You
Yeah.
said that you met them here, which means that they aren't connected.
We're all fucked either way. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Roll me a history. Hawk.
Do we spot the Leonin, or does Fire spot the same Leonin walking past at any stage? In the next
I was gonna say,
few minutes?
if you guys are spending like an hour or so there,
No, it's only 6.
um,
Fire doesn't work on
you do actually see him. Walks through the marketplace.
him.
But this time he's got a massive, like, broadsword sticking out of his cloak, just on, like, one side.
He didn't have that before.
What do you want
Through the
about?
marketplace.
That was the guy that I saw in the tavern.
Have we got a box?
He's a, like I said, he's a tall Leonin with pale fur, and, like, the silverish hair tied back in that, so, yeah. Not one you recognise.
Have we got? I need to see out the window.
Pointed him out, and I'm looking
The
right
dragon
Yep.
picked you up.
Do I recognise him?
Roll that history again with advantage.
Ooh,
Like I said, handsome but terrifying.
It's still not great. That's only 12.
12? Yeah, it kind of looks like maybe one of the order. You haven't met all of them. You've only met, like, 2 or 3 of them, maybe, but you're like, yeah, maybe.
Do I see any armour under the cloak?
Roll a perception.
I too would like to look for
While we're
armor.
doing that, where is Avalon at this point? Are they still outside?
He's still, like,
Are they currently
dealing with customers. He's talking with the customer, yeah.
So
Arguably's just gonna hang
7?
around outside because inside's boring, and as far as anyone knows,
12
he's
for
not
seeing if
taking
he's got
damage.
armor.
You do see, as he's, like, walking along, you do see flashes of, like, a teal-coloured armour on his greaves as he's walking along.
Armor. That does look like the goddamn Order Rangers.
You're like,
No,
yeah.
screw it. I'm just going to go out.
You're like, actually, you're like,
I'm just going to go out and be
that
like,
actually kind of sounds familiar, yeah.
hey,
Someone noticed your rainbows, like,
Looks out. But he turns, what, are you wearing the white at the moment?
somewhere in the cloak room.
beards.
Turns and goes, ah, sister!
Just for the beards? I don't know. You could be here for so
like-
much more.
I've been searching for you!
The sister.
And you turn around and then she's standing out in the open just chatting to this guy.
Yeah,
It's
my
like-
room's just standing there.
You're like,
Talking to the Leonin?
yeah. It's like, ah, sister, I've been looking for you. It's,
Fire's gonna hide, like, behind the window.
Praxos.
Praxis. Now, I recognise that name as an actual order member.
Yes.
Okay.
Praxos, you may know me as Drifter. Star Drifter is the third name.
So, Praxos.
Yep.
Star Drifter.
What a cool name.
Would it be poor taste if I told her to try and figure out all his strengths and weaknesses and get back to me?
Bad timing.
Oh, greetings. What can I do for
Not
you?
bad taste.
Well.
It's perfect timing because they're talking to me.
So I've been searching for. Well, did you hear about the crash down south? First of all.
Unfortunately, I was a part of it.
Oh, I see. That you might be able to help me then. Did you see Sigmund?
He was there, yes.
Yes. He's not been seen for a few days. He was way off of his patrol route. He hasn't checked in. Last we heard, he was investigating the ship that, well, crashed.
He was there before it crashed. We were attacked from the ground. He went down to deal with the anchors, while we remained aboard to deal with the boarders.
That would be the weapons from the ground, the catapult things,
Oh,
ballistae.
more than likely, yes.
Well. We found one of them. A few corpses. Didn't quite add up. Signs of a struggle, but then nothing. Some other large weapons had been taken away, and he was nowhere to be found. Do you know what he was doing?
I'm honestly not sure. He did go down below deck, speak to the captain in storage. I know we were off course.
Yes, you were very off course.
Other than that, I'm not sure. We couldn't find much amongst the wreckage.
Tell me about the crew. There's a lot of protection for such a small merchant vessel.
I relay what I remember of the crew, which off the top of my head isn't
Yep.
a lot.
And he went to investigate.
Maybe
Then
some of my travel companions might know more.
well, we can ask them.
Fire's
Follow me.
Fire's speaking.
Yeah.
Guys, they're coming inside.
Malgrim's outside, if that helps.
So wait, you say they're coming inside?
Yep.
Excellent! Hammers out.
Put that down. Hawk's with them. You might hit her. It's
I let
not
the
a good
hammer
idea.
drop to the ground.
So I walk inside, and I assume he walks in,
Welcome.
lumbering behind me.
Yeah.
And I introduce Brother Praxis.
Brother Paxos.
Just Praxos Star Drifter. We don't use the brother suffix. It's confusing enough when there's so many of us.
Raxos Star Drifter.
Some sister here tells me you were all involved in this crash.
We don't want
Did
that to
she?
spread around.
Oh?
There are others asking about it.
And what is your interest in the crash?
Looking for one of our order. Sigmund. He's not been
The
seen.
bald-headed one with the orange armor who didn't want to save civilians?
I assume he had a job to do. But yes, it's my job to find out what's happened, where he's gone.
Fire walks up to you and is like, "We can trust this one, is that right?"
As far as you can trust me.
And you get a message in your head.
Instantly, it's like, I can trust this person.
You get a message in your head after that said it. I wouldn't trust either of them.
Use words. I don't like people being in my head.
He's just like, okay.
She walks up and she's like, "Fire."
He shakes your hand.
Yes.
Massive paw.
We've met. And then she is like, "Probably a while ago, you might have." Yeah, don't worry about it. And this is Nubbins.
And then he leans down, and then as he moves his cloak, you see the full decorative teal armor underneath. And he leans down, and he goes, "Oh, aren't you the cutest?" And he
Oh my god.
rubs his face.
Nubbins kind of does that little side-eyed glance to Fire, and Fire's like, "You're good," and it just rolls over and is like, "Yes, that time."
He's like, "Oh, it's so adorable." And he goes, but good boy. You can say so. I'm sorry.
is
You had to
like-
work. Yes. Well, as I said, I'm looking for Sigmund. Hawk says you were there as well. Is there anything unusual about the journey that you could tell me?
Well, the crash wasn't normal.
Indeed.
That's all I got.
Well, Sigmund went below deck, past me, came back up, didn't save civilians. I hear he jumped off the ship, and then the ship exploded.
What of the other crew?
Died, didn't they?
He actually reaches in under his cloak and pulls out a notepad and starts writing stuff down.
Out of character.
Well.
The crew died. It
There was no other survivors, but what of the other crew do you remember?
Fire wasn't really interacting with
There
them.
was no one below deck except those who needed their heads caved in.
I do remember that there was that deer person. There was a deer person and someone else that someone here was suspicious of.
An alpha.
That one. That's all
That
I
was the
remember.
kitchen staff that
You remember one and I remember the other.
He sort of.
Yeah.
We can't see Malgrim because Malgrim's outside, but he looks up and goes, "You've been awfully quiet. Anything to add?"
Walk past Malgrim and
And
say,
he just sort of gives you like a supportive smile.
Unusual, I say in Leonin, just for shits and gigs.
He responds to Leon and he's like, "Unusual how?"
I usually talk a lot.
I'm paying attention to this because I can understand Leonin.
He's like, "Well, if you remember anything else," and then he's like, clears his throat, switches back to common. If anyone remembers anything else, pass it on to the sister here.
In common, I do just say the only ones I can vouch for are the two in the kitchen. They were definitely not nefarious at all.
Well, it looks like I'm headed north. As far as I can tell, he might have followed the raiders that attacked you.
Sorry. Apart from being off course, everyone else seemed to be acting pretty normal, apart from that deer, which seemed a bit nervous and jittery.
The Servine, yep.
Malgrim found some stuff in the captain's office.
Is he going to add to this conversation?
He's outside.
Wearing the
You wanna come
captain's hat.
inside?
He's not wearing it.
Are you not wearing it anymore?
No, he doesn't wear it frequently.
Where is it? Crumpled in a bag somewhere.
Hanging off his
You
belt.
need a hat
Underneath
box,
his
otherwise
cloak.
it's blasphemy.
It's underneath his cloak.
Now that it's been pointed out that the cannon's not there, I'm going to be like, yell out anything else to add. To you.
You're being yelled at.
I'm yelling out to you if you've got anything to add.
To what?
The conversation!
What conversation?
The Drake,
Hear a
like, the
voice
Drake
in
like
there.
bounds out and then like tugs on your clothes to bring you in.
You hear a voice in your head. It's like, well, if you feel like narking to the order, and that is all.
Well, I didn't hear it.
No one heard it except
just
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Malcolm's not going to pay it any heed because he doesn't really need to knock anything.
The Drake's just gonna sit by you anyway. 'Cause he's there now.
He'll come inside and ask what he's supposed to be doing.
Well, you've all been somewhat useful.
Did you have anything to add about the airship thing, Malcolm? That's what they're here for.
I wrote down everything that I found and I don't remember it.
Okay. I was going to say, and that's a notebook you left at home, isn't it? Yes.
I think it
Well-
was just that he found a receipt.
Yeah, there was like a receipt and a ledger and a map or
Yeah.
something, wasn't there?
Yeah, some shifty shit.
Yeah.
Well, you've all been somewhat helpful. It does paint a bit more picture of something interesting going on, and I need to find Sigmund and get to the bottom of this.
I do apologise that we can't be more helpful, but it did happen quite suddenly.
So understood. It's something is afoot. Find out what I can. And he sort of looks up and then sees Avalon. He's like, Avalon? Does like the whole, even though he's not wearing a helmet or anything, does the gesture. And then Avalon sort of nods back and he just...
Was it batteries they were transporting? And that's what
They
I was
were.
on the ship?
That was one of the main things, yeah.
That's
That
why
was
I
that was
And
the
then-
official anyway,
And then
but
the
there was
other
something
various
else.
goods.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you
Other
did-
personal goods.
Find there was a bugbear in the lower decks.
Oh yeah.
One of the invaders.
No.
Were they not a prisoner or something?
He was the one that Sigmund was talking to.
Okay, yeah, well,
The ship that we were on was the ship that
Yeah.
was being used to transport something that was supposed to have been on a decoy ship. But it ended up being swapped over to the ship that we were on, and that's the receipt that Malcolm found. But he couldn't make any sense of it, so he
Yeah.
didn't have anything to add.
That bugbear was the one I gave.
Food to.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. That is correct.
so there's the mention of the bugbear.
Yeah, it
then
was- Curious. Takes out his notebook again and writes that down. Shut. Something to ask Sigmund when I find him.
Batteries.
He has a few questions to answer. Well, good day.
Fire, seeing him do the head tap thing, just goes.
One last thing.
He
there-
just sort of smiles.
One last thing. There are people from whatever that other group is
The Red Banner Centurions. They were
asking questions
a lot
as
of
well.
questions, but not nicely.
Perhaps I will,
Well, they seem very nice to me.
That's nice.
And
My-
you were talking to the hunky orc.
Yeah, of course he's nice.
as well, I might pay them a visit and ask if they know anything with their inquiries. Thank you. Yes. Does the gesture. It's like, oh, good day.
Good day to you, sir.
And walks out.
I said good day.
I said, good day, sir.
I said good day, sir.
Yeah, and you are left alone again.
They're not so scary after all. Like just panicking for nothing.
Couldn't tell you were panicking.
Really? That must have improved. Just like all happy now.
I'm gonna have to get a notebook just to put entrances of the order members in. Like, hang on, do I know this person? So
Do you think it would have been worth me telling him about the weird cups?
no.
That's adorable. I love that.
Oh dear.
Yes. I collect the torches from people, the ones that want it used.
Yeah, I got two of them still.
So 2, 4, 6, 8.
You
Yep.
didn't even give me any torches.
I gave everybody 2.
We each had 2.
The road flares.
I forgot about them as well.
I used one.
Okay, so 7.
Well, you would have gotten both back from Malcolm then. Because I didn't even remember that I had them.
Yep.
And the skull, wherever the skull is. And I go find
Back at the drawer.
names. Yes.
What are you doing with the skull?
Fucking names, god damn it.
Averlin?
Avalon, yes.
Yep.
May be interested in purchasing it.
I thought that's where we were.
Yeah.
We are.
He's sort of more at the front of the building, sort of serving someone.
Did you discuss this with him without us?
I did.
You got the cool thing.
Yeah, I owned that thing.
Yeah.
We
Do we need
earned
to keep,
that
Do
money.
we need to keep this gold?
I could
It's
make
a
things
lot
out of
for
it.
nubbins to carry.
I mean, everybody else is going to leave it behind, so.
Malcolm isn't opposed to it.
I was gonna let the dead bugger lay.
It already came back from the dead once. I'm sure it doesn't matter anymore.
Do you want to keep it?
I'm outvoted anyway. Well, when Avalon sets off, just let me know, and I go and sit down in a corner, hood up, and take a nap.
Don't do that fucking one.
Guess we
hour
should
thing.
tell Averlin that we need to head off soon.
Yeah. Fire will go out and just be like tap on his shoulder and be like, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
If we can, as soon as possible. Whenever I don't want to interrupt you trading.
It's very well. I'll finish with this customer and we'll prepare to set off.
Thank you. And then she walks inside. That's her new thing now.
I'm struggling but dragging the skull behind me.
the Drake's still got it.
Okay.
It's still on the Drake, so the Drake is happily carrying it until otherwise said. So if you want it out there,
So yeah, I'll go and see Avalon as well with
Yep.
the skull and return the torches
No, it's-
and the Dungeoneer's pack.
Yep.
That was
Yep. Whatever you didn't use. Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, he finishes up with his customer and. Well.
You're after a Dungeoneer's pack. Malcolm has a Dungeoneer's pack.
I think we found a spare one, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was given. To
It was
us
given,
just
yeah.
in case.
Oh, okay.
We got the road flares and the Dungeoneer's pack.
Okay.
As well. Sounds like you've had a busy day. What's the plan?
Well, whenever you're ready, we can move on and try and avoid these other people,
Centurions.
the Centurions.
The red ones. I don't know if there's a difference in colour.
Very well.
Shumia.
He just sort of walks over and just like rings a bell, and then one of the butlers appears and he's like, "Just get us ready to make way. We're leaving as soon as we're able."
Is that... Fucking where is it? Is that Akram?
It'd probably be Akron, yeah.
I assume our deal from before is still valid?
Yes.
For protection?
Of course.
Oh, yeah,
She wants that cloak.
And I guess I'll
Malcolm
assist
is
with
still
packing up.
paying off his clothes.
Yep.
So, I've got
So
to-
it takes about an hour. Once they start packing everything up, bringing everything in, all the other helpers come out and with their spray hands and stuff.
During that time, can I take a short rest to turn this Naga Fang into more of a dagger?
You can
Using
start
my
like
weaponsmithing
whittling away at it, yeah.
nice.
and attaching a handle or
Yep.
better handle.
And like the leather wrappings and stuff too.
But yeah, and then they start packing it up and stuff. They get you guys to move in so they can like bring in the awnings and everything. And then yeah,
Fire will ask if they need any help with Christopherson or Archimedes. Oh
One-
yeah.
one of the workers comes out and is like, "I mean, I've got it, but you're welcome to come and see them." It's like, come on then.
Read them the letters.
I will. Nubbins, you want to stay with them and I'll be right back to you. She'll just leave Nubbins to kind of...
Basically shows, yeah, it's like, yeah, this is how we feed them and then we, set them up in the harnesses and stuff.
Yeah. Throughout the entire thing, she's like petting them, reassuring them, and she's having a great time.
And by that, I'm definitely mean the herring one. Feed them the herring one.
Feed them the letters.
Oh. Guess who's got the unlucky rabbit foot?
But yeah, it takes about an hour and a bit, and then yeah, he starts leading you guys out of the city. By the wagon, they leave out the other side of the city this time.
Okay.
So as you head out of the other gate, which I'm pretty sure is on the northeast side, looking back, you see that the it passes through a small.
There's a river in it.
Let's have a look.
No, what is what?
Well, there is a river
Mighty
going
deer.
through, and I think
Yeah.
it was the northeast.
Yeah.
It looked
Yeah,
like
so
it
just
was
north of that, where it says the skeletal ward,
Yes.
there is a gate there. That's actually where you guys leave from.
So around there.
The skeletal ward is just a little bit of a small, like a couple of outdoor barracks and one place where they keep horses and stuff. It's very scarcely kept. And from that side, you can actually see most of the northern side of the giant wooden walls above the stones and stuff, covered arrows and spears, like more than any of the other sides.
Nice. This is
But,
the
um,
north exit, right?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
and then yeah, you guys get underway.
I'm going to see if I can find a quiet spot in the study or the dining room or whatever and divvy up this
Do you get the loot?
pouch of coins and shit.
Cool.
So I'll probably take a few hours identifying items and stuff as well.
Yes. Okay, so you're going to start identifying stuff now. What does everybody have that needs to be identified?
the gem that I picked up.
Cool. We got the gem
The helmet.
And the helmet.
and the helmet.
So
I
the
don't have
gem,
anything. No.
the helmet,
I've only got the fangs and they're fine.
Yep.
whatever the mayor gave us.
So inside the pouch there is basically 500 gold pieces, equivalent of platinum and gold.
That's
So it's
100 for each of us.
100 for each. Yep. There is a dagger. It's about that long. Decorative hilt, and then the blade looks like it's made of a dragon's wing.
Oh shit.
And a potion. Weird, wispy sort of potion in a jar.
Is it gaseous form?
Well, since you're going to identify it anyway, it is, yes, indeed, gaseous form. Good guess. Cool. So,
We can put the dwarf in the. Make a dwarf grenade! We can make the dwarf drink the
How does the
potion.
dwarf feel about this?
Put him in the potion bottle and then.
then yeet it. Love that.
I mean, we've had a warlock summon.
Okay.
a warlock
That's the
before.
most interesting Molotov I've ever heard of.
I mean,
So-
we'd be in a situation where we need to stealth, but dwarf.
The potion is the potion of gaseous form. The dagger is a slumbering dragon's wrath dagger.
Shit.
Damn. Okay.
Sounds fucking cool.
Does it? Yeah, absolutely.
I had noticed.
The pearl gemstone is a pearl of power.
That's the one that I had, yeah?
This is what you found, yeah. And the helmet
It's cursed.
We're all waiting for it.
if it was cursed, you wouldn't have been able to take it off.
This is true.
Gets a unique item card. Let's excuse the bad handwriting. The pen doesn't work very well on it.
Those cards are hard to write on.
I don't have a proper texter for it.
They're really good with felt tip pens. If ever you're doing that later on. They just
Yeah. I have to invest in some.
I've got a few spares.
Can I have my helmet back?
Just pilfers it? No.
It does look cool.
Now I need to find what these other things are.
I am so glad I took that helmet.
May I have a look?
And I will be attuning to that immediately.
It's really pretty. I'm gonna read it. Just 'cause
Okay, so for those playing the home game, that is the Helm of the Alchemist. It has an ability called the Alchemist's Thread. So it has one charge that may be used to re-roll any dice roll you choose, and you can choose which result to take.
That's incredible.
He just gave
So if you roll like at advantage and you want to re-roll it, you re-roll the advantage and choose which one you want.
Just like a double.
If I'm rolling against you before you know where like the result is, you can be like, I want you to re-roll that, and I want to choose the lower roll. So any roll once per dawn it recharges.
Damn.
So it's just as like a slightly modified like luck ability.
How long is it going to take for him to attune to that?
An hour.
A good hour, yeah. The full hour.
We have time.
I was just curious because it's a legendary item.
What does Pearl of Power do?
Oh, hang on, I'm getting there.
Fast in process. Processing.
He's gonna find it.
No,
Love this game.
no.
Well, while you're looking
That's
for
the
that,
same-
I can look up for the dagger. Tell you what it does.
Okay. The Pearl of Power is useful for a spellcaster.
Okay.
While this pearl is on your person, you can use an action to speak its command word and gain one expanded spell slot. If the expanded spell slot was a 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd level. Once you use the pearl, it cannot be used again until the next dawn.
I see.
I will get that handed to you. Because as far as Margrath knows, you're the only one who uses spells.
Not enough of a reason to. I'm more of like a melee.
Again, if it
Oh,
catches
sorry,
form
long
spell for an hour, concentration not
You get all that.
required,
so
or
the most
until you
useful for
in
you.
the effect. And the other one was the slumbering.
The Slumbering Dragon's Dagger. So it is just a standard dagger. However, whenever you roll a 20 on your attack roll with this weapon, each creature of your choice within 5 feet of the target takes 5 damage of the type dealt by the dragon's breath weapon.
Nice.
So in this case, the breath weapon will be, I'm pretty sure it was, it'll actually be fire damage.
That'd be super helpful for when Malcolm gets to roll with advantage on a lot of his attack rolls.
And the fact that it's a slumbering weapon means it has different levels. It actually upgrades.
God.
That
It
would
requires,
give a dagger to a
Is
bard.
that a
it requires, no, that's a Fizzband's weapon.
Probably not in here then.
No, it won't be in there.
I have fistbands, I just didn't bring it.
Yeah, it requires, I can't remember if it requires a tuning or not. But to make it stronger, you need to steep it in the magic of a dragon's horde. So it's
I'm
gonna be a while.
combat fighter, but I don't need the dagger. I've got my own thing. Who gets the dagger? Should we give it to the one with the drake?
I mean, the Drake can make its own horde.
I don't want to be greedy, but I'm sitting here like.
I'm seeing that in character.
Yeah, it's in character and it's out of character. It's just.
So Margrath is
So
gonna
you handed the pearl.
to that one.
And what dagger of...
Slumbering giant's dagger. Slumbering
Dragons.
dragon's dagger.
Slumbering Dragon's Wrath. It should be.
I mean, I could
Should be
always
okay.
just use it as a backup weapon.
Fire's face drops.
Dragon Wrath weapon.
She's got the biggest, like, fishbowl eyes at you ever. And her ears are back and her hands are, like, held really close to her chest and she's.
I don't know, sister, do you got a close combat weapon?
Hang on a sec.
Tears start welling in her eyes.
It has 4 stages: slumbering, stirring, awakened, and ascendant.
She starts to cry.
Doesn't know that.
Do we know if Celine has a close combat weapon?
Now, we have no idea what
I actually
the element of this
create
dagger
a
is,
dagger.
Yeah.
by the way.
Like my rapier,
that's fine.
but I can do whatever weapon I want when I create it.
That's true.
Malcolm has 2 daggers.
I don't know. Fire, do you happen to have a close combat weapon?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh wait, no, you got the Drake!
Her eyes get even bigger. It's just all pupils now. Her ears are flat against her head, and she's just like, huh?
Give the dagger to fire.
Yeah, I'm just gonna auto fail that willpower roll. He's just gonna.
It's like, I can't.
I'm just messing with
Do
you!
it.
Take the dagger! You're adorable, never change!
Oh my god. At that, she just shifts. She's like, oh.
Who wants
Hey.
the potion?
Anybody?
I literally am holding this thing like, and walk away, and I attune to it.
On the pearl.
Yeah.
Give it to the bard, they didn't get anything.
He has
Wait, did you get anything?
He has no use for a potion of gaseous form.
You can have the potion. I'm sure you'll find a creative use for it, you and your order. And then I'll go return to my helmet. And you have a dagger.
I'll pocket the potion for now. I'll give everyone their 100 gold.
100 gold!
Yar.
Hundo gold.
I'm probably going to be donating mine to charity when we hit the next town.
I need to restart my entombment because I have 100 gold and have not had that sort of money.
I'm
in
gonna
a while
have to
myself.
just take a picture of it and send it into the Discord tomorrow because I can't do it later.
Yeah, that's very good.
I now have 102.
Fucking nice.
132.
God damn it.
I've been spending my money in town, so...
I'm going to go find Avalon after all this stuff.
Yep. He's in his own little like private thing, just chilling in his chair.
Like, separate room?
Yeah, separate from where everyone else is. Yeah.
I'll knock on the door frame or whatever.
Avrin would also like to speak with him.
Enter.
When we were in the city, we came across a river of sorts, and I pull out the vial and I hand it to him.
All thereof. Margaret's
Takes
gonna
into
have a
studies it.
conversation with you, and if you're there, you're having a conversation as well.
Best I can tell, it
After.
seems to be all magic.
Sort of swirls it as he sort of looks at him.
I'll give you a copper for it.
This is very old.
Well, Fire's Drake entered it and came out a lot larger than it went in.
Don't forget that you know that fire has the frozen version of it as well.
Yes. We've also got a chunk of frozen ether, I suppose.
I can't tell you much about this other than it's just very old magic. Otherworldly stuff. And he sort of hands it back to you. It's just hold on to it.
Well, I
Keep
can
it
say
close.
Drinking it doesn't appear to have any inherent effects.
No, I don't imagine it would. But who knows? Might help you in a pinch.
I'll slip it back inside one of the inner pouches.
Is that what you want to say to him?
Screw, I'll mention the knights are on their way. There's definitely something down there. I don't think it's the end of it.
Probably safe to have it properly investigated. It's not a bad decision.
I assume you've had dealings with Praxis in the past?
Yes, I know his father. Old friend of mine. I was the one that took him to the headquarters to start his training.
Ah.
A good lad. Haven't seen him in many years, but
I've only ever met him in passing.
yes, he can be a bit lazy at times, but he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Well, truth be told, a few of the Order are like that.
I imagine they are. Takes a special kind of crazy to do what they do.
That I have to agree with. Well, I will leave you to it.
Does Malgrim say anything?
He's just waiting for it to finish.
They just say farewell. Conversation.
To square off the rest of the cloak.
Ah, yes, of course.
He owed 50, yeah?
As you have the 50 gold, I'll take that off your hands.
5
He gives him the rest of
platinum.
the monies.
Cool. He goes back into one of his lockboxes and takes out the cloak of protection. One of the cloaks of protection. Hands it to you.
Yay.
Yay!
Now my AC is 15.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Likewise. And he too shall leave him to his solitude.
Which way does the door to his area open?
What do you mean? Inwards, outwards, backwards?
Yeah, inwards, outwards.
Yeah. I would open
I've got it on the D&D.
in towards his room.
In towards his room. Hopefully it's a fair distance away, because I'm going to, as soon as the Sister Hawk, and to a lesser extent Malcolm's gone, I'm going to stand over to you and it's like, I need to know if you're still comfortable travelling with me.
I have my vest off. I am re-sewing my button on, and you see I'm putting some black shoe polish or something on it to hide the gold colour of the button, so it looks like darker, bronzish sort of thing. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, I'm about to state a fact, and I'd like to hear whether you're comfortable still travelling with me or not.
Fire's not going to be here for this, just to clarify. She's elsewhere.
So, are you aware that there's a shadowy organisation that's been opposing the Order since its inception?
I am unaware.
Hi.
If it's any consolation, Malgrim's not working for them, so he doesn't care.
Are you comfortable with me now?
What are you going to do, dear sister?
Nothing yet, but I oppose the Order. Are you still comfortable with me now?
How big is your organisation? I'm going to hold off until I make a judgment.
It's just, I feel at this point I need to come clean. To a point.
Do what you need to do.
As I said, you and the others are at no risk.
And how big is your organisation?
Just walk.
As big as the Order is?
Well, I'm not entirely sure how big the Order is, but we're
You
everywhere.
have uppers and people you report to and stuff like that?
We're everywhere.
Hmm.
So you're from a well-to-do family? You ever have friends of family go missing? And then reports of them in another section of the continent? Months later?
Have I?
Probably not. No.
No, I haven't.
Well, it happens, and hi.
We've met.
I don't know how to not be awkward about this. And
I
I need to
understand.
just, as I said, get it off my chest before the sister gets back.
I understand that. I'm travelling with both of you.
And
At
while,
this stage, that's not changing. But if you try and hurt someone else that I'm travelling
while I'm travelling with you, you have my shield, and it'll be in front of you the entire time.
that's all I have to ask, really. Maybe we'll have another chat sometime about why this organisation is around.
Are you ready for a history lesson at that point?
At that point, I will be.
As
I
I
don't
said,
mind a bit of history. You've noticed I like to tell a story.
as I said, you and the rest that we're travelling with, the sister included, while she travels with you, you have my shield, it'll be in front of all of you.
Oh, hey, Kiwi. Nice to see you around.
Kiwi!
Good to have you here. Back to the RP. Well, I do appreciate you continuing with your bettering of yourself that we talked about the first time we met.
Can't become the redeemed if I don't put in the effort.
Exactly. That's about it, really.
And I'd probably start hearing them coming down the corridor. It's like, and that's how you put leather across the back of the bone dagger to make it a proper bone dagger.
Hawk, if you're walking down the hallway, you see Fire standing outside the door, hands behind her back, and she's just leaning against the wall beside the door. The Drake is just sitting there happily.
Okay.
Hello.
And so with the bone dagger, you want to aim straight for the
Don't.
throat.
Audibly saying anything, just kind of mouth like is everything. Okay.
Fire just furrows her brows, and she's like, "Talk to me later."
So many secrets. I'm like
Secret combos.
go like that because I've noticed that you've changed how you're talking and everything, and I'm like, okay. And I actually get some of the fabric out and start to map some patterns.
Deep pockets.
just
You get out your
prepping.
chalk and
I'm
do the
prepping, yeah.
prep and all that, yeah.
Do you stay in the room or do you walk out?
Yeah, I'll probably walk out when the sister comes back in.
You see Fire lean up against the wall, and she gives you a certain look, a knowing look.
And you hear in your head, not if you heard what I was saying.
She doesn't have to nod. She looks away from you. And she pets the Drake, and she's like, "I'm gonna go get some air." And you do hear that, and she's gonna walk outside to a place where she can just sit and just.
This thing is fairly big. Then would be.
It's
like
pretty
a
big.
Balcony, traveling balcony.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Or is it just traveling?
There's not really
It's a balcony that moves with the wagon.
It's not really a balcony. There are some big open windows on the second floor you could go up to, or you could go out the front where the dude is literally driving.
Is there a
Sit up
spot
there.
out the back where there's like a little area to sit on, like they do in
Yeah.
like, yeah, she's gonna
I was
sit
about to
Yeah.
ask if it was possible to just like climb up onto the roof.
Bump
I mean,
up.
yeah, you could climb out the window and climb up there. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell's
Gets to be
yeah.
high up and see everything and pay attention to all the things around the wagon too.
You're like, this is great.
Fire's just gonna sit at the back.
So he will have followed you towards the back. He's still keeping his distance, and he says, if you feel like you need to have a conversation with me or something later.
I don't think I know how to talk to you about that, actually. And she's not looking at you, she's just kind of like petting Nubbins, and Nubbins is like laying with his head in her lap, and she's just petting it. She's not being sinister or anything, she just seems a bit lost and confused and unsure of what she's meant to be feeling or saying.
Well, as I've said, will you travel with us? My shield's in front of you.
But not for Hawk.
Well, she travels with us? Yes.
Now I can't really not travel with her knowing that you're going to slit her throat someday. And she says that really nonchalant, like she's said it multiple times before, like she doesn't even seem to hurt her saying that.
It's not her I have the problem with. It's who she works for. And there is a lot of anger there.
And you're going to take it out on Hawk because she's the only one that you can see from that.
I'm not a barbarian. I'm not going to walk up and just start hammering her out.
Fire is going to stand up and she's going to walk towards you. Not menacingly, she's not got any weapons or anything, but the Drake will follow and she's look at you and she's like, if you try anything while I'm here, you'll have to fight through me and Nubbins as well. And then she'll walk past you and go and find a different area to sit in.
I mostly just wanted to see if you wanted a conversation. You can have this outside again if you want.
Just give me some time to think about it. I don't think ill of you. I'm just not comfortable with the idea that Hawk has to watch her back with you.
As I said, while she's with us, she's no problem.
Fine. We'll talk another time. And she's just going to walk off. She just seems really like spaced out and just her mind's kind of jumbled. And she's just going to start wandering aimlessly around the cart now. Nubbins will just look at you happily. Nubbins is fine with you and just trots off with her.
Well,
Take good care of that one, Nobbins.
well,
I just
all
want to
of-
point out,
Sorry.
Malcolm wasn't trying to like follow you or anything. I just didn't have time in between everything to point out that he would have gone straight to the roof.
That's true.
Oh god, he probably heard that conversation with his ears.
Yeah.
While all this
He does,
drama
he
is
is
going
insane.
on,
Yeah.
Yep.
I would have found a wash closet,
Yep.
washed my coat, so
Yep.
I'm walking around in me tight leather pants, and me shirt, and me
Don't
closet.
say the closet.
Yeah.
I've probably
Is that
found
dream
some
going?
wine and a book,
Oh,
and
so
I'm just
good.
sitting in the parlour
Yep.
reading a book and drinking
Just
wine.
Actually, I'm probably wearing my pajama kilt because you'll probably got my pants.
Pajama kilt.
Yeah,
She
I'll
has-
fix your pants. I had excess.
Pajama kilt. Everyone needs one.
Fire's still in like full armor and everything. She hasn't settled yet. She's still wandering like restlessly.
I imagine like leather ranger armor isn't
Yeah.
as uncomfortable as some
No,
leather
it's
armor.
not super uncomfortable, but she forgets she's wearing it half the time. But
Yeah.
Anyone nearby the back? So it's probably you here. It's like, oh crap, does Fire know that I used to go by the title of the Terrible? Is this all new information to her?
No, because you told her all of the titles.
What's
Yeah,
that?
But she's not. She didn't realize until now
The full
how
battle
terrible.
mini.
How
So you
terrible.
print that out.
You still don't know.
No, if she's happy to keep it that way. At least for a bit longer.
Yes, I'm just passing time, and if it goes through the night to a long rest, then
Cool.
whatever.
Yeah, basically.
No other giant
It's like
attackers?
afternoon, while travelling, he sets up, gets his assistants to set up a few little spaces for people to get rest and that.
What is nubbins?
Copper Dragon.
Copper Drake is the
Yes.
technique. It's not quite a dragon yet. It is a drake. Sorry to be technical. I'll write that in the chat just in case.
Nubbins. And hopefully your
Yes.
service gets better. Kiwi.
Yes, eventually you all get a long rest.
Mine would come a lot later.
Yeah,
I would just probably sleep
You'd be-
the last bit of the night.
because you got a fair bit of sleep already,
Yeah, but I'm
You would-
going to be sewing.
doing bits and
I
work
asked
and
for
stuff.
your pants.
Fire's wandering around. You have to find her. She's
This is-
wandering.
This is later. Later.
She's not settling. She's pacing around the wagon.
Are you going to sleep?
She's nowhere near you, dude.
I find you then.
Okay. Well, that's simple. She's lost in thought.
You're in a moving cabin. You can't go too many places.
Right, she's lost in thought. She's not paying attention.
Are you going to go to sleep anytime?
Truth be told, I'll probably fall asleep in an armchair reading a book.
Yeah,
Aww. She does a few more passes and then she goes, Oh! Hello? When did you get here? I'm sorry.
Not long. Just
It's been like
wondering,
10 minutes, you're like, yeah, not long. Listen.
just wondering if you were going to sleep anytime, and I can fix your pants and give you some deep pockets.
You know, I'm hungry.
That's what I'm reading.
I'm actually quite hungry.
There was some food.
How long ago was that made?
Well, you can go to the common area and ask one of
She just grabs your
Travelers.
sleeves. She's like, okay, let's go. And she drags you to the
one of the what's his name? Akron.
Akron.
Would probably get us some food if needed. Not fancy food because it's travelling. But
Yeah.
Yeah, Akron.
just get you some food.
we stand for nubbins around these parts. Hell yeah.
Nubbin stands. Rise.
I love it.
I will try and draw art of nubbins to give a better idea. But until
Yes.
yeah.
Would Bones be able to draw a Drake?
Don't know. Have to ask him.
I'm Bones watching. I'm coming for you for some commissions eventually. Yeah, I'll draw it.
We get some food sorted, and then I'm sort of like, and not for the last time, I'm trying to get you out of those pants.
Fire is eating and she looks at you. She's like, is that some sort of Roman speak that I don't know? And she's taking a like massive mouthful of like meat.
I was just saying that I wish to fix your pants and give you some deep pockets. Also, I'd like to get you out of those pants.
Well, you'll need to if I'm having them fixed. Like, what is wrong with your
Because
face?
you're cute.
You're doing the flirting thing there, aren't you? Okay. She like pauses and she takes another bite. She goes to speak. And she takes another bite. She tries it. She just starts eating, and she's like, I don't really know how to deal with this. She says to her mouthful of food. She puts it down. I have feelings for you, but they're complicated, and I don't want to address them right now.
Fair. You don't.
She takes a breath of like relief, and then she keeps eating, and then she chucks the bone to Nubbins, and Nubbins just like chews on it and munches off all the little bits and stuff. I need you to give me some time.
Is that space as well?
Possibly. I'm happy to keep her sleeping arrangement. It's comfortable, but I just need you to be patient. There's
For
something
now.
I have to deal with first.
For now, I want to give you deep pockets. That is.
Oh my, that just sounds wrong.
And you just asked you to take it on, you're like, but deep pockets, eh? Oh, fuck. I've asked you for that, and that's okay.
Yes.
But everything else, like, I know you're flirting and trying to be really sweet, and you are. But I can't do that back right now. And it won't
No, like hurt looks or anything. It is.
But Fire's ears are like down, and she's got like the big pupils again, and she's trying to be as sincere and as not hurtful as possible.
Celine looks at you and says, I understand.
Okay. So
You
deep
should-
pockets.
You should sleep at some point though.
She does look really tired. Like
You
she's
look
starting to
like
get the bag
a
from her
wreck
eyes.
right now. I was just saying.
I do.
No.
She starts like getting really like. What's wrong?
At least if you're not a wreck, you are getting close to being one. So you should sleep soon.
Now that she's eaten and have a full tummy, she's like, I do feel quite tired actually. That nap earlier was not enough.
I slept longer than you, so I'll be up for a little while longer.
Okay.
That's why I want to work on your pockets.
Just
and
don't
fix
put
your
bugs
nose.
in my mouth.
Did I tell you that apparently the dwarf did something to my nose and I licked their hand?
Fire starts smirking. She's like, oh! What was that? What happened? What did he do? And she suddenly seems really perked up and giddy.
All he said was, did you know that you lick hands when they're placed in front of your mouth?
Yeah, you do when I boop your nose.
And I told,
She's like,
I
I
told
mean-
him not to take advantage of that.
does that apply to me too? And she's realizing how bad that sounds. Right. She's realizing how bad that. She's like, I don't do it all the time. Just when you're like snoring and I need you to like be quiet because I'm trying to sleep, and then I boop it and then you go, yeah, and it's really funny.
If a Leonin could look embarrassed, that's what he's doing right now.
I've done it like maybe 3 times.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. How many nights have we been on the road?
Like 4, I think.
Yeah, the first night she didn't try, but the other 3 nights she's absolutely done it at least once.
This
Some
is
quick
okay.
Leonin maths, like,
This
oh.
is okay. This is fine. No, that's fine.
Fire will go to bed, by the way, so after they've eaten everything.
To be
she'll go
fair, I
back
was
to
talking
bed.
about mashing potatoes on like night 2, so.
Yes.
Night 1 was when that happened, okay? Because we were around a campfire. But yeah, Fire will go to bed, and then right as she's falling asleep, I'm assuming you're following, she's taken her pants off, you can work on them and everything. She's crawled into bed with Nubbins, and she's hugging Nubbins, and she's like, Celine,
Yes.
I want a bedtime story. And I want to choose the story.
What's the story?
Tell me the sex dream.
And I do that, but not for you guys. We'll do that in the RV channel.
Oh, leave
You
that
guys
to your
will have to
imagination.
subscribe and read the notes.
Yeah, you will.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
and Fire will slowly drift asleep. So you get like halfway through the story and she's conked out.
And I
Nice.
start to sew. That's pretty much it for a few
I was
hours.
gonna say. I'm assuming Good Boy stays on the roof for a bit and then comes in and finds a place to sleep as well.
I don't know.
Why am I now seeing
Oh, it's
that
right there.
a realization by Celine that And at some point during the dream, I was snuggling into her hair. Oh god, was that Margaret's beard?
Well,
That's after
Guess
done.
or send our credit card information. No, we don't.
That's
do
on the OnlyFans.
Oh, we
For the
should put
sexy
that on
stories,
OnlyFans. Yeah, just make sexy OC stories.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I'm into that.
Yeah.
I'm actually into that.
Y'all can make sexy stories of your OCs.
That's fair. That's fair. Any OCs who consent, we're all about that here.
The good boy gets to stay innocent.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You were saying. Sorry.
So, yeah, that's good. Yes, you'll find a place to eventually get some rest and get you a long sleep.
Drift into the dark.
Drift into the dark.
I get another long sleep.
Yay! Well, no, yeah, well, I guess so.
I will.
And
You do what I want.
we'll leave it there, guys.
Look at you!
It's a good place as any
With
to end the
Margaret
episode.
the Terrifying.
And a pantsless fire.
The terrible.
The terrible
The
Terrifying.
Terrible.
Passed out.
Yep, yep.
Thank you everyone that's rocked by.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you everyone for coming.
Back, he looks like a rogue in a tavern.
The kind who spends the whole RP sharpening his knives and waiting for the perfect time to be edgy.
He
Nice.
is totally the edgiest.
Who is?
Daryl.
Yes.
When he leans back, he's like cloaked in shadow.
Yeah.
It's basically just the face.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. When they're role playing, I don't need to be in camera. So, right, but yes, we shall end it there. We'll pick it up again in another fortnight.
Love you.
God, that was a very role play heavy session, guys.
Sorry.
Well
We did
done.
all the combat last
I was gonna say, take a breather, pat yourselves on the back. You've done well.
I mean, it took us like an hour and a half to go, oh, fuck this door, let's get out of here.
Yes, fuck that door. Just like most other parties, we've got a problem with doors.
So,
Okay.
I
This
know
is on a
the,
chair.
but
the door Margaret had a problem with, he just solved with his hammer.
Yeah.
yes,
Thank you, Eternal One, for the Prime sub as well.
yeah, man. Thanks to new followers
And the bits
and subscribers and all the bits. And we promise we'll try and get the sounds working again.
And the attention span. I personally know how hard that is to have.
Yeah, well done. But yes, we'll pick it up in a fortnight. I don't think we've got anything else planned in between.
Yes.
Just
That's the replay.
chilling.
Or the YouTube.
Yeah.
Or the
Catch the
Spotify.
replay.
But yeah, as usual, we'll try to upload the episode to YouTube by the end of the week. Same thing, I will upload this podcast, which will end up on Spotify.
So you can
And,
listen to it while you're at work, or cleaning, or
Yes.
cleaning at work.
Appreciate you getting back to me as well, Kiwi. That was very nice. I will send you another message just to get on that.
Well,
To add ocean sounds at the back so people can listen to it as they drift off to sleep.
Oh gosh.
No. We want it.
and sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll see you guys soon. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye.